What? I got the eyebrow from Chris, and I'm.
Are you on goofball pills or something?
No, because I won't take them before the show. I won't do that because I would be really loopy. But my tweak of my back that happened Saturday, which absolutely got destroyed on Monday when I should not have played. Now it's finally now. I guess the good news is it's advancing. It's now moving down my leg. So right now, my back and my left cheek are just barking. I never had a back issue in my life. Never had a back issue in my life.
Didn't you just have one recently?
No, I'm saying like up until recently. Yeah, up until when your body is just openly degrading.
Yeah.
You're like the milk that has just is getting lumpy.
Yeah.
There's nothing
What's up,
but
lumpy?
It's all I have to look forward to. Doctor's appointments.
Yeah.
Probably tuna fish sandwiches. That's old people eat that. I mean, I'm just saying. I know you just had one, but
that was my first meal after the colonoscopy.
I feel like I feel like old people, 2 food groups are tuna fish and egg salad sandwiches.
And I had both.
Did you have? Oh, you did.
That was
both.
my combo.
Look,
not combo. But.
I can't pull back on this. Like
Stinky.
Yes, I think it's a coincidence. Like I'll give you that, but you have to admit that is old people food.
Is it? I don't know.
I think it is.
Okay.
Is it, Chris? Egg salad sandwiches and tuna fish sandwiches. That's not old people. That's totally old people food.
In my family, that's like a
lunch
cornerstone.
Thank you, Chris. Is that the Payas or?
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't talk about the other side.
By the way, yesterday, secret audio was found and played for me yesterday. My wife said, hey, do you have a second to hear something? I said, yeah, sure. She got me in the car post colonoscopy where I said I was a little loopy.
Yeah. Were you?
Oh, yeah. There was some fun. I mean, nothing bad. I remember about 80% of it, but it sounded a little different.
He's just holding me back. I should be the lead of the show. Should have my own show. Why am I on this stupid morning show?
Oh, she sent it to you?
No, I was playing it.
There was literally a part where she said, I think I tried to say anesthesiologist. And maybe I didn't even say it right there. And she's like, oh, and I said, oh, did I say it like that? So now I'm challenging my own slurring or whatever. And so I said, oh, yeah? Well, I just was reading about the Pythagorean theorem. And all of a sudden I say that. She goes, what? And I said, the Pythagorean theorem. And I'm like, A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So I'm like trying to show how alert I am.
Yeah.
But I don't really remember saying any of that.
I want to kiss you.
Why did I go with the Pythagorean? And there's other stuff.
I don't. I don't. And I assume we don't have this audio, do we?
I hope not. I don't have it.
No.
Yeah. That
would be fun.
I was just.
Yeah, just going. You were just jabberwocky.
I was having my own show.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm also picturing 3rd and 4. Hornets with the ball.
Right.
I think I did go into.
Did you go in a little play-by-play? No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. I don't know what he did.
Yeah.
What just happened? You had a colonoscopy. What? Well, if that audio ever ends up here, that would be that would be that would be.
I mean, there's nothing terrible. It's just you can't tell.
Yeah, it's just kind of
loopy pants.
But
did you feel loopy?
Jason's the one that is okay with getting recorded after.
Yeah, well, right, because they say like your innermost whatever comes out. Jason's just all flowers and stuff. It's like no big deal. You and I just no one wants to hear that. Did I feel loopy? Huh?
With your pills.
On your
goofball pills?
Yeah, it gets me a little. Just I wouldn't say loopy. Like it gets me. I've taken them twice in my life. Yeah. Just like, and I probably will later today. It doesn't make me loopy in that sense. I just am slow than usual. Slower. Like I would forget everything. Just
whoa.
Yeah, right.
That would be wild.
Right. But even worse. Even worse. So, yeah.
You're not comfortable right now.
I am so not comfortable at all. I am incredibly. And the problem is that the only time I feel relief is when I'm just kind of moving around and stuff. So when I come in here and I sit for a segment, then when I get up, it's like the haunted house door opening.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, yesterday watching you walk was like, I'd take the baby and the baby races over you.
I have a list here of
Good to know that, like, if you are hurting, you don't have to take the stairs because we have that handled in the building.
Yes, as a matter of fact.
Take the elevator.
Yeah.
I'll just take the ADA option. Here's a list that caught my eye yesterday. Cardiologist put out 9 foods you couldn't pay me to eat after 20 years of treating heart attacks.
Oh boy, so we're not supposed to eat these?
These are ones that the cardiologist who treats heart attacks is like, nope.
Where's the food, dude?
You couldn't pay me.
I'm nervous. I'm going to write down how many of the 9 I eat.
Number 1, sugary breakfast cereals. The sugar spike doesn't just leave you groggy by mid-morning. It triggers a surge of insulin, putting your metabolism in overdrive and wearing down over time your vascular system.
Okay.
Number 2, processed dairy meats. Deli meats are often preserved with nitrates and nitrites, which can convert into carcinogenic compounds inside the body. These substances don't just raise your cancer risk, they also elevate blood pressure and promote long-term arterial damage.
Now, I'm guessing these are, like, if you're having more than...
Yeah, I don't know. It just says you couldn't pay me to eat these.
Okay.
Number 3, soda and energy drinks. Once again, spiking blood sugar, overworking your adrenal glands, and flooding your body with inflammatory compounds. And the diet versions are often worse. Artificial sweeteners can disrupt your gut microbiome. That was microbiome. That was with Brendan Fraser, I think.
Yeah.
Deep fried fast foods and carnival snacks, corn dogs, funnel cakes, French fries, cooked in industrial seed oils that oxidize at high temperatures, forming potentially toxic byproducts. White bread and refined carbs.
They have more on the refined carbs.
Yeah, I was looking for this. Is the one. Here we go. White bread, crackers, even many multigrain imposters. They break down quickly, spiking glucose, leading to crashes. Over time, higher risk of type 2 diabetes and cardiovascular disease. Number 6, margarine and fake butter spreads. Oh God, that's my issue. Yeah.
They're trying to take my crock away from me?
That country crock, baby.
I can't believe it's not butter.
I can't. Not only do you get the margarine, you get some Tupperware, too. It's a good deal. Number 7, highly processed plant-based meats. Really. Like fake meat.
Oh, okay.
Canned soups with high sodium. Excess sodium raises blood pressure, strains the kidneys, increases the risk of heart failure. If you wouldn't drink a glass of seawater, think twice before sipping that overly salty soup. Number 9, flavored coffee creamers. That morning splash of creamer is often a chemical cocktail, hydrogenated oils, artificial flavors, and added sugars.
No worries for me.
Yeah.
So those are the 9?
Those are the 9.
So I made 2 categories.
Yeah.
I have,
You
used to now.
Yeah.
7 of 9 on the, like in my life, I would be regular on 7 of the 9 of those.
Uh-huh.
And I would say of the 7 of 9 that I have, 6 of them I do less.
Okay, that's good.
Doesn't mean I don't do them, but the one that I'm probably, believe it or not, what do you think the one I'm the worst at still?
Let's see. It's not,
because the only 2 I said 0 for 0 was the plant-based meats or whatever, and then the coffee creamer.
Deli meats.
No.
Margarine.
No.
No.
Well, is that the one? Oh, yeah.
Margarine.
There's 2.
Okay.
That one, and then the
white bread?
Yeah, I don't eat white bread, but the crackers.
Yeah.
I have I mean,
crackers.
We'll literally have margarine on crackers and then put it in soup.
But
not he's a big boy.
Yeah.
Not the canned soup, but we make soup.
I have no problems admitting that butter is better than margarine in taste and in every way, but margarine is just so much more convenient.
Yeah.
And butter, even if you leave it in the little thing, like I like to just glop margarine on things,
I had margarine last night.
So did I.
It's made with vegetable oils. Yeah. Vegetables are good for you. What are you talking about?
Exactly. It's oil from a vegetable.
Right.
And I don't.
So we're doing it right.
Yeah. Kind of brings
What's
up
this cardiologist now?
Did we talk about this the other day? I don't know if this is on or off the air or somebody else, but like, it's one of those things where it's like you choose. You go, okay, well, I'm going to work out.
Oh,
run,
this is definitely us.
Yeah, run, do all the things, be disciplined.
That we do every morning before the show.
Right. When we do our
pre-show.
I saw you in the parking
lot. We were running around.
We were. Like a couple of freakazoids.
Things.
Yeah.
Because I was talking about the 103-year-old Mildred says
right, that's
the secret to a long
and then we got into George
life.
Burns and his cigars. That's right. It's like, do you really want those extra few years? Even if you're healthy your whole life, you're gonna no matter what, from 90 to 100, you're just gonna be old. Just gonna be the one that's like, oh, he's still with us.
Yeah, it's the crappy years.
Right. Why not just do it?
I'm there now.
Right.
I'm 90.
Just do it. Just eat the food, drink the drink, screw it. Yeah. Whatever. You only get one trip around this rock anyways. Might as well have margarine on it. Let's brought you guys in some soup today, though. I know that doesn't do anything where anyone because he didn't, but I can't remember if I've ever brought in I feel like I brought in potato cheese soup for you before. I made that last night. No?
Yeah, you said it was going to be a soup day.
I have a vat of it at home.
Ooh, should we do a soup off one of these days?
Yeah, although I would just say I don't like soup offs because then that implies a competition with a winner.
No, but no competition. It's like
a soup swap.
A soup swap.
Yes. It's an appreciation of all soups.
Yeah, like a soup sampler.
Okay.
A soupler.
Yes. I say yes.
Who says no?
But we can't have repeats? Do we have to know what the other person's making?
No.
But what if we all made, what did you make last night?
Potato cheese soup.
Which I won't make, but what if we all happen to make potato cheese soup?
I think we're good.
Then it would be, it's all more potato cheese soup for all of us. Yeah. Also, I would like to publicly apologize to D'Angelo. He passed away yesterday. And oftentimes...
You acknowledge that on the show?
I did. No, I did. Oftentimes when people pass, we always say, and it's different with him because he was 51. It's way too young.
Yeah.
But we'll say, look, there's never anything good, but if there was, you always look for a bright side, is that person's going to be celebrated. Their life is going to be celebrated. And, it's a sports figure we usually talk about. And I go, hey, maybe people who didn't know, insert sports figure that passed,
right.
They'll be able to revisit their life and their work, and that's going to be kind of cool. I am embarrassed to admit that, much like the show Seinfeld, D'Angelo just kind of went over my head. I just missed him. I missed D'Angelo. I could not name you a single D'Angelo song. I couldn't. So I was at home. I just got home yesterday, and I was just scrolling on social media, and what caught my eye is somebody posted a D'Angelo song, but it was a D'Angelo song that they fell in love with while playing the video game Red Dead Redemption 2. There was a D'Angelo song that played during apparently a very important horse ride. Their words, not mine, in the game. And so I listened to that, and I went, wait, what?
Wait, was it made for the game?
I don't know. I truly don't. I don't. It's called, I don't know what the hell it's called. But I listened to it. I went, this is interesting. There's all kinds of different, almost gospel, and there's a choir in the background and all. So anyways, as I'm making the potato cheese soup last night, Melissa was at work. Mason's upstairs. She was coaching. Mason's doing homework, whatever. I'm just in the kitchen. I had the ball game on. I muted the ball game. I threw D'Angelo. I just went on Spotify with the whole "This is D'Angelo" section, and I threw D'Angelo on the speakers. And man, D'Angelo, I am embarrassed that I was not familiar with your game. That's an embarrassing thing to say. I get it. I know there's some people listening right now. They're like, how could you? Hey, man, I'm sorry. Just never happened.
You missed it.
I missed it, but I'm going to.
Did it put a pep in your step and you made better soup?
Did
you dance?
It put a groove. Oh. And I don't know how to describe it. Did it put a pep in my step? No. And even
put a groove in your heart.
Yeah. It was just good music.
Yeah.
It was just really good music. It was just really, really enjoyable music that all I can say is I was not familiar with your game, D'Angelo. So, better late than never, I guess. But my goodness, I'm doing a D'Angelo deep dive.
Okay.
But D'Angelo the artist, not D'Angelo Russell.
No.
Not Beverly D'Angelo.
No.
There's one more.
Former running back, D'Angelo Williams.
D'Angelo Williams. Yeah. I think let's mount D'Angelo more. And obviously D'Angelo is number one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay.
Everything else good? Well, welcome back, Chris.
Yeah.
Good to be with you. You missed, what did you miss?
Everything. All of the stuff that happened.
So much stuff happened, dude. So much stuff happened. It was insane.
This might surprise you, but I think I slept till 11 on Monday and Tuesday, so I missed the entire show both days.
I think when you're off, man.
You missed our tribute video.
G-Man said D'Angelo recorded some of his songs in Sacramento. Literally a sentence I never thought I'd read in my life. Never thought I'd read that sentence in my life. I think one of his I did read that yesterday. One of his big hits was recorded with some dude's studio here.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Sacramento, more you know.
Sacramento connection.
Sacramento's own D'Angelo.
We'll claim it. 916-339-1140 is your text line. Feel free to check in. You can go to YouTube, search Sactown Sports. Oh, man. Like my left foot is getting numb sitting here. I mean, I wonder if I could just Doug Christie this thing. Does that work? Would it be weird if no, that's not working again. What if I did the show like this all the time? Would that freak you out?
No.
Okay.
What if you run the board? I'll go into your side. Because this one you can stand up.
I wish I knew how to run the board. I would totally take him up on that. We got a big show for you today. Tim Plow, UC Davis head football coach. Tim Plow is here. Oh, we still have our Shredville hat.
Yeah.
That was one of the things left over from the Jason Ornelas
from the sweep
purge.
Yeah.
We have that. Sean Salisbury will join us at 8. Not 8:12. 8, his new time.
Let's kick it.
Yeah, let's kick it, as a matter of fact. Hopefully he is by now welcomed in the newest member of the Salisbury clan. I might ask him that too. Salisbury. 3 or 4 syllables.
Yeah.
I wonder what his preference is. It's the debut at 9 a.m. MC, I see you in the chat. Just calm down. Just take a couple of deep breaths. Right now, I'm going to give you a second. Just close your eyes. Take a couple of deep breaths. One more. Do it with me. Just relax. Kings TV analyst Katie Christensen rejoins us.
What is this, elementary school?
That's what I'm with you. She joins us on her regular 9 a.m. time.
Except she won't be with us next Wednesday at 9 a.m.
Why?
We've got a special guest.
We do?
Yes.
Do I know about this?
Yep.
I know that we have a special guest next Wednesday at 9 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
What?
I just remember now that he's the way he framed that. But yeah. You've been told about this.
That one,
got his book right here.
What book is that? His book.
I think you were told about this.
Yes, definitely was told about it. He said, "Oh, wow, great get."
I did. Oh, I remember saying that now. Oh, I did. I go, oh, wow, great get.
Great Gatsby.
Well, who the hell is it? Or do we want to promote it yet?
It's up to Chris.
Let's wait a little bit.
All right, let's wait a little. Tell me my ear. Oh, that is a great guest. That's right. That's a great guest. Well,
So unfortunately, we'll miss Katie, but there will be plenty of basketball talk.
There will be plenty of basketball talk. So there's that, and we'll put Katie somewhere.
Yeah.
Nobody puts Katie in a corner. We'll take a break when we come back. Safe or out? Baseball.
Yeah.
Stupid. Idiot baseball. Dumb butthole Dodgers and their stupid ways of winning.
You know, I was telling Jason this. I kind of feel that we have to do this. We need to at least get to the Kings Clippers leading off.
All right. Hey,
just one clip.
Leading off.
Let's do it.
Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
Oh, I'm playing that, aren't I?
Second one.
It's the second one.
Because it's Kings Clippers tonight.
It is Kings Clippers tonight. Preseason action for you right here on Sacramento Town Sports. Mm-hmm. Here you go, please.
That guy's got the best players money can buy. The best players money can buy.
Nick Nolte making an appearance. Oh, Steve Ballmer. And by the way, a little bit of a Monty McNair revenge game.
Oh, man.
He's consulting with the Clippers front office now.
I'm wearing a vest tonight.
Uh-huh. I, by the way, heard a rumor. Well, Bernie told me might be a vest in attendance tonight.
Might be invested in this game?
Very invested. Okay, you guys need to chill on the chat. It's there after Katie announcement. They just need to calm down. But one of them is asking a very good question, though. All of our guests pretty much now are via video. I think Katie is going to throw up the highest amount of resistance on that.
Yeah.
Because Katie feels like she needs to be all super presentable at night, and she can throw a freaking hat on and do like everybody else. But no, she's got to get up 3 hours earlier. We'll talk to her about it today because I'll just bet she's going to be on the phone today.
Yeah,
I
think so.
Yeah, but we pretty much have all our regular guests with the exception of Sean.
Yeah, but maybe we could start adding that.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, if we do, we do have the ability to do that now, right? Yeah. Okay.
Well, I don't know about that yet.
Safer out.
Maybe.
Coming up next.
The Sacramento Kings are geared up for the new season. Training camp competition is fierce.
He's got the two-pointer.
Download the Sactown Sports app to keep you informed everywhere you go.
One place, all your Sacramento Kings news. Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, let me tell you about Gonzalez Law. Jonathan Gonzalez, his number is 916-304-9187, saclegaldefense.com. And you might need him for a variety of things. But look, if you are in need of representation, not quite sure who to call or have questions, so I gave you the number, 916-304-9187. Wrongful termination case, criminal defense case, car accident, sexual harassment case, expungements. Expungements is something he's been specializing in and has helped many, many people out. Maybe something happened to you in your past that's still following you. You'd like some of your rights back. He can help you with that or all the things that I have mentioned and maybe some other things that are on your mind. Again, go to saclegaldefense.com or give Jonathan Gonzalez and Gonzalez Law a call at 916-304-9187.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Progressive has great customer service, and it's easy to reach us because great and easy is the way to be. Like salads. Great for you, and so easy you could put any group of veggies in a bowl and it's a salad. A full carrot with a head of cabbage? Weird, but still a salad. One radish and a couple of green beans? Also a salad. 14 blueberries, half an onion, and a sunchoke? Odd, yes, but an odd salad. So contact Progressive's customer service by phone, app, or online. It's great and easy, just like salad. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
The deals are on now at the model year-end sales event at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? Save on year-end models and drive a brand-new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda.
Go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025, Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 in monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Safe or out? It's time to go around baseball. 3 pitches, 3 swings. It's safe or out on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
UC Davis head football coach Tim Plow joins us in about 13 minutes. Hey, in the meantime, safe or out? Question 1.
The Dodgers got another phenomenal pitching performance last night. Safe or out? Their lack of bullpen work is a terrible sign of the future for the Brewers.
Yeah, for real. By the way, Chris, I know we had this problem the other day. Is World of Sports just light today, or do we need to download more?
I think it was light, but let me just double check.
I just noticed there's no Dodger Brewer.
Oh, there isn't? I thought I put that on there.
It's just
Hold
Dave
on.
Roberts. Yeah, it is, because that's been the Achilles heel of the Dodgers, has been their bullpen. Roki Sasaki helped stabilize that, but when you have one combined inning of bullpen work in your first 2 games on the road, these first 2 games could not have gone worse for Milwaukee. And it's not just the losses, at home, but when you add in the fact that the Dodgers still have a fresh bullpen, I mean a really fresh bullpen. The series is not mathematically over, but at this point, it's bordering on, miracle on dirt for them to come back and win this series.
Yeah, and I hate to say this for the Brewers, but there still is probably a game somewhere in this series where, like, the Dodger bats go off. Like, that game was, 2-1 in the 6th or 7th? The other game the other night was also 2-1 with a base. Like, those were winnable games for the Brewers, even with phenomenal pitching performances by the Dodgers. And then that one kind of blew up late in the game, and it was over. But, that's a bad sign. Safe.
Very bad sign. Second base.
The Dodgers are 7-1 in the postseason and 16-3 in their last 19. Safe or out? We all got rope-a-doped by a champion's hangover.
What is champions hangover? Champions hangover. We saw it with, for example, some great, the Spurs of the 90s, the Kobe Shaq Lakers. You've even seen some of it from the Chiefs, including last year, where even though they were 15-2, it's like, well, they just don't look right. And by the way, they ended up getting blown out in the Super Bowl. But you see teams that win championships, and a couple of things happen. Number one, it becomes everybody's Super Bowl, NBA Finals, World Series Game 7 when they play them. Everybody sees the target on the defending champs back, and that can be difficult over a 162-game season. Secondly, whether it's injuries, whether it's stress and being tired from playing, an extra quarter season or whatever you call it in the postseason, and just also understanding when to put the stick shift in cruise and in fifth gear. We may be sitting here because I was here, you were here for all the Dodgers are vulnerable, Dodgers this, Dodgers that. 16-3 in their last 19, and they've won 7 of 8 against the best the National League has to offer. Yeah, we might have gotten hit by champions hangover.
They also were the 3 seed, so they had to go through an additional round that they didn't get the bye. And by the way, their best player is batting 150. So there still is another level to this team, which is scary. I don't think they reached that a lot during the year. This pitching has been the best they've had. That's been a fact.
Yes.
But, I mean, if Shohei starts becoming Shohei again at the plate, then good luck.
Is it the opposite Sheila Show Jackson game here? Where Sheila Show Jackson was doing amazing, but everyone else was throwing the game?
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Shohei Beth.
He's trying to jinx this. He's trying to jinx his teammates. No better.
I just, you knew this was going to happen. 3 teams with 3 amazing stories to win the World Series left. One that nobody wants to win unless you're a Dodger fan.
And right now they are the heavy favorites.
And they had that chance game 1.
Oh.
They did. God, why couldn't the ball hit him?
Even a better story when the Brewers come back, right, Dave?
Hey, that would be amazing. And I'd be here for it.
Yeah.
As opposed to somewhere else. That'd be weird.
Where are you going?
I'm going to go to Seattle.
Third base?
Tonight for third base. Question 3.
Seattle hosts the Blue Jays up 2-0. Safe or out? This is Game 7 for Toronto.
Yeah, losing both home games is not necessarily the end of a 7-game series. Certainly a lot closer if it's a 5-game series. And we mentioned earlier in the week, Toronto was 3-0 with some phenomenal numbers in Seattle this year. I would be surprised if they didn't take at least one game in Seattle, but
better be this one.
You go down 3-0. It's not mathematically over.
Yeah, it's never happened.
Yeah.
No one.
Hey, didn't it happen like...
no, Chris, it's never happened.
It's never happened.
2004.
Nope.
I've seen like at least one documentary about it.
It has never happened when a team's been up 3-0.
Chris is referring to Yankees Red Sox, but you had told me that they actually went back and changed one of the games.
Yeah. So
it's happened a couple times in hockey.
Oh, maybe in hockey. But I'm talking about
hockey.
Baseball. Like, it's never happened.
Never happened.
Yeah.
Nope.
I've never heard of it.
Nope. No clutch home runs. No nothing. Yeah.
But they do need it. Yeah, you don't, I mean, to just feel better to get back in the series to, you're not getting home field back, but just, they need that feel good. They had to feel great after beating the Yankees, and then here you go in Seattle. You're like, Seattle may have been exhausted from that marathon game with the Tigers, and they took home field the first game and added on. So, yeah, Toronto needs this one big time.
Toronto has to win tonight.
Yeah.
And unless, they're trying to pull off what only one other team has never pulled off before.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what you're referring to.
I'm looking for a highlight. Sorry, I can't find it.
What?
Of nothing.
Oh. Yeah, see?
Of nothing.
Prove it.
Of nothing. Oh, here we go. I got a highlight. Let's see if you can place this highlight, Jason. I'll bet it's not what you think it's going to be.
Fly ball, left center, on the runner's bats, going back, it's over his head, it's up against the wall. Walker scores. Torres is rounding third. He's coming home. Here's the throw. He's safe. A 2-run triple for Gardner, and the Yankees have retaken the lead.
Did you
left to center field? Betts back, turning, looking. See ya! 2-run home run into Monument Park.
That was Aaron Judge.
Off of Craig Kimball.
Yeah.
The great thing about that is they won the World Series.
7 years ago today, Brett Gardner and Aaron Judge led an 8th-inning comeback against the Red Sox for the Yankees' 17th win in 18 games. And when I say 7 years ago today, I mean 7 years ago, May 9th, a few months back.
Timely and topical.
Yeah, I think it fit.
Yeah.
Because we were just talking about the Red Sox allegedly coming back against the Yankees. So I thought I'd play a 7-year-old clip of a regular season game from May when the Yankees came back and beat the Red. I wanted to make you feel better.
I totally remember that.
We'll take a break when we come back. Don't call it a comeback. You didn't need a comeback. These guys are flying high. UC Davis head football coach Tim Plow. We go down to Shredville with the mayor of Shredville right here on the number 1 rated sports show in the entire city on Sactown Sports.
The Drive Guys, weekdays 2 p.m. to 6 p.m.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Ma, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotions. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotions, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. That's why they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a crazy fast 5G network for just $25 a month. And if you're a business owner, you could really save a fortune. Dial pound 250, say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk. Everything you need and nothing you don't.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave here talking to you about my good friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Now, they're upgrading their offerings to you to include plumbing, bringing that same expertise and experience into the plumbing space. They're no longer just heat and air. They're now your American Energy home pros. And you've heard me talk about them for years as your second opinion partner. Now you can still get a second opinion on any HVAC service or replacement, But now you can also get a second opinion on any of your plumbing services. And when you really think about it, how do we know how much it's supposed to cost? At the very least, you'll know you're in the ballpark, and I can all but guarantee you they'll beat the price. They'll come out for free. They'll give you a second opinion. And all you got to do is give them a call, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It's the energy all around you.
Lightning and the thunder, thunder.
The thrill of the moments to come. The flash of lights. The rush of pure exhilaration.
Thunder.
The roar of the crowd. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Hey man, gaining weight, dragging throughout the day, losing your drive? It could be your testosterone. The team at Revive Men's Health Sacramento gets men back on track with the energy and drive they've been missing. Meet Tyler, Revive Men's Health Director of Operations, and witness to hundreds of success stories.
I've seen guys come in worn out, discouraged, and just not themselves. A few months into treatment, they're standing taller, speaking with more confidence. It's like watching someone come back to life, like a light switch gets turned back on. When a spouse says, "Thank you, I really have my partner back, better than before," that's the moment it all clicks for me, and that's why I do what I do.
Since 2011, Revive Men's Health has helped more than 120,000 men regain their energy and drive. Start your story today with an in-clinic visit or a secure video appointment. Call 916-619-3000 now to book your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation. That's 916-619-3000. Or schedule anytime at revivemenshealth.com.
The excitement of the game is here, and so are the model year-end savings at Stockton Honda, the best Honda dealer in Northern California. Score big with low payments, more for your trade, and a huge selection. Don't wait. The clock is ticking at StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Based on the results of the study, recognized on June 18, 2025, USA Today's list of California's top car dealers 2025.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
Hey, welcome back. We're at full strength. Well, we're at mostly full strength today.
Yeah.
Everybody is back. And UC Davis Aggies.
They're back.
They're back. They're making it happen, Cal. They're making us proud.
Yeah.
My goodness, joining us each and every Wednesday at 6:40-ish is the one, the only, the mayor of Shredville, Coach Tim Plow. Good morning, Coach.
Boys, how we doing?
Awesome.
Doing great. How about yourself?
Man, I am exhausted. I'm glad this bye week is here. Need a little break.
What I always got to ask you, what was the fight last week you showed?
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a physical game. We knew it was going to be a fight that we had to take, into the late rounds, and so we showed Diego Corrales versus Jose Luis Castillo.
That was one of those fights that you look at now, and it probably should have been stopped about 7 times. And by the way, Diego Corrales, a Sacramento kid, R.I.P., and I've probably seen that fight 30 times. If I was not a fan of Diego's, I probably would have been. The fact that Diego was basically unconscious for half the fight, and then when he finally got our guy up against the ropes, and the ref stepped in there, that had to be one of those, well, the ref knew something we didn't, because I was honestly surprised the ref stopped it that early, even though dude was basically out on his feet. That was a hell of a fight.
Our team, I always make the team pick, like, hey, you got to pick which fighter you're rooting for, and so the great thing about these fight nights, these guys don't know anything about these fights, so they're all watching that for the first time. They're going nuts. And at the end, when the ref called it, half the room was just livid. They were like, how do you call the fight? The other guy's been laying on the ground the entire, it was really funny.
It is interesting going back and watching that now. But, yeah, I love the fact that they don't know
That is cool.
That is really cool. Have you – I'm sure on occasion you've had a player know a fight, but generally, what would you say, 95% of the time they have no idea?
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely in the 90s. I mean, there's probably one or two guys on each team that for some reason they're boxing fans and they know, but for the most part, these guys have no clue, which is great.
So, Coach, you guys we're back at home taking on you told us last week, look, NAU's going to be tough, and they are a good team, but you guys really took it to them with a strong second half. What were some of the reasons for success for that impressive victory to keep things rolling?
Yeah, I think the first part is our defensive line. They got a lot of pressure on their quarterback, and it was an emphasis. You know, we always have keys to victory, and that game we were talking about, hey, we got to hit this quarterback 10 times. That was kind of our goal, and ended up hitting him 16 times, and we sacked him 6 times. And, this year we've played 7 games. Well, they're counting 6 of them, but technically we've had 7 contests, and in those 7 games, we've already had the same amount of sacks that we had last year in 14 games. So I think the D-line getting after the quarterback was a huge, huge part of the game. And then, then offensively, we got into a really good rhythm in the second half, and I think we scored every drive we had the ball except for one. So, I think it was a good combination. I don't know how we're doing this, guys. We're down 13 players to season-ending injuries, and 5 All-Americans gone for the year. But, man, the one thing that is just I'm so proud of is these guys just every week coming in, getting the game plan, rallying together, and finding ways to have more points than the other team at the end of the game, and not listening to the noise. And so very, very cool what's going on. It's going to be really, really tough next 5 weeks, and to be at the bye week at this point is pretty special for these guys.
Do you smell that, Jason?
What's that?
You say he doesn't know how he's doing all of this, but God, that smells like great coaching and good recruiting to me. Coach, that's how you're doing it, right? Great coaching, good recruiting, heart of the champions, the kids pulling together. That's got to be the secret sauce.
I definitely, wouldn't be having this kind of success without our staff. I mean, our staff really is tremendous, and they didn't blink. A couple of weeks ago when all those guys got out, we had a staff meeting, and I was like, "Listen, guys, they're not going to cancel the games. Like, they're still going to have a game every Saturday. We're going to have to come up with a way to compete." And I think the staff kind of enjoyed it. Like, all right, let's really get creative and figure out ways to do this without these. I mean, we don't have that many guys on defense specifically, and so we have to figure out a way to get all those guys off of special teams and play some new guys. And it's just and then our players. Yeah, I think you look at some of the guys we've brought in the last 2 years and the depth we've been able to create, but just the Aggie pride they're playing with, and some of the senior leadership we have, and so it's been as great as last year was, and it was an amazing season. This one's been extremely exhausting and taxing, but every time we win a game right now, it's just the emotions that we feel are pretty cool.
So you've mentioned being exhausted, and it sounds like you are relieved that the bye is here. How much do you need that, knowing that everything you're still chasing, you've got coming up with all these games and goals that you're trying to get to? So how badly do you need this break?
Yeah, I think the staff needs it for sure. The last month has been just guys sleeping in the office. I mean, we're just trying to figure out ways to win without your players, and how to save other guys from playing too much, and I know the staff really needs a breather here, but also from the players' standpoint, we just don't have enough guys that can play in a game, and so we got some guys that are really worn out. Even if they're not injured, they're just beat up and worn out. And so, you get a couple of days off at the start of the week. We're gonna have a good work day today on the practice field, a good work day tomorrow, and then they're gonna get Friday, Saturday, Sunday, really Monday off again. And so, hoping to just get a couple guys to take a deep, guys that are going to have to play a lot of football. And we met the other day and we said, hey, I mean, you got a chance. Everything's in front of you. You win another couple games, you might get your way into the tournament. And shoot, that means you could have up to 10 games left.
Mm.
So you're thinking about how are we going to survive these 5 games. But these kids are thinking about how they're going to survive 10 games.
Yeah.
Like they really want to make a run at this stuff. And so, for us to do that, we're just going to have to do it with a smaller number of guys. And so we have to really think about how we can keep them healthy and keep the longevity of the season with what's going on. And so having a bye week to plan for all that is important too. And shoot, we're playing a really difficult team in 2 weeks. So I love having an extra week to prepare for that game, and hopefully that can help us be successful.
Coach Tim Plow joining us, UC Davis Aggies head football coach. Coach, I know you're always looking for an edge. You're always looking for extra motivation, and I'm curious whether it was on the sideline last week or as you prepare for next week. Everyone knows this stat, I would say, that you guys have not lost at least a regular season game to a team with Northern in their name since October of 2023. That's 2 full years. So you kept that streak going last Saturday, and then, looky here, Northern Colorado. You got DiMaggio, you have Cal Ripken, you got a lot of very well-known legendary streaks in sports. Are you going to make sure the kids know what's on the line come October 25th?
I got a team meeting starting in 10 minutes.
That's the lead?
That will be the number 1 lead off of the guys. We're good. Don't even worry about it. We got this figured out. We're going to be just fine. I appreciate that. I was not aware of that.
Yeah.
I was aware that in my tenure that we play really well off of a bye, but I was not aware that the Northern was a big part of that.
Well, look, you pair the bye in the northern part.
Hello.
Like, look at that.
October 28th, Northern Arizona. You were on the road and lost 38-21 in that game. I mean, Len Larison had 101 rushing yards. Still, Hastings had 327 passing. But yeah, that's a 17-point loss. That's the last time. Since then, sweeperoo
of the Northerns.
Yeah.
Well, it's like isn't that from Game of Thrones, right?
That's right.
Winter is coming, or the North.
This is the North. Yeah, winter's coming.
So for us to do that, that's impressive.
Will you get a chance, Coach, to get a day or two? I know you guys are always preparing and self-scouting when the bye time, but like for yourself, for your family, for your kids, like do you get any time in this little bye week?
Yeah, I'm gonna really grind here at the start of the week and try to. We've been successful in the bye because the way I was taught, you prepare in the bye week like you're going to play on that Saturday, even though you're not. And that way, when you get to the following week, everything's already in. You're just installing it for the second time. You can go home every night and have dinner with your family. But I'm going to push pretty hard early in this week. And then, Thursday, Friday, for sure, Saturday, Sunday, that's going to be I'll probably be at the Davis Little League field all 4 of those days.
Nice.
I usually either I'm living at home in my office or I'm at the Davis Little League field. So if someone wanted to find me and track me down, I'm only at 3 places every single day. So hopefully I can go watch some Little League baseball games and watch these guys swing it.
Just as we finish up, just to prep you up for even beyond that, because you don't need to get up for Montana State and Sacramento State. Some quick research. You've not lost to a team with Idaho in their name since October of 2021. so after Northern Colorado and hopefully keeping that streak going, now you've got a 4-year streak, 2 weeks in a row, and then it's Montana State, Sac State. I mean, let's go on those. So I'm just, look, you're a pro. You know what you're doing. They always say good ideas can come from the lowly list of low people. Yeah. I'm just throwing that out there, Coach.
Well, again, these are all things I need to hear right now because I promise you, at this point, with all the guys out, every week I come in on Sunday and I think to myself, I don't know how the heck we're going to win this game. So the fact that we have the Northern and the Idaho streaks back to back.
Yeah, back to back.
That is the blood flow I needed because I'm telling you, every week I'm looking at it going, how are we going to do this again? Yeah. So this is
now you know.
Good for us. Yeah.
Well, coming up next week, I haven't even told you the story about how I got pantsed on stage on the Northern Colorado campus and was never able to go back. So you want motivation?
That's a tease.
We're chock full, pal. Trick or treat, baby.
Yeah. I mean, if you want a reason to come back next week, everybody, make sure you tune into that.
Coach Tim Plow with a much-needed week off, hopefully. Enjoy whatever free. You know what? Can I just say this to you as we leave? I want you to find some joy this week, Coach.
Boys, I mean, that is what it's all about. Every single day, we got to seek it out. We got to find it.
Yes.
So how can we not find it this week? We got to get it done.
You got it, brother. Talk to you soon, Coach. Thank you.
All right, guys.
See you. That's Coach Tim Plow. We'll take a break. We're trying to inform here.
Yeah, absolutely.
When we come back, 3 for Madness, the New York Football Giants, Dawn Staley, and tonight's preseason game. What do all those have in common? Nothing, but we're going to ask questions about them next.
For the latest from Kings training camp.
Tune in to Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sacramento Kings basketball is back. Be there for opening night at Golden One Center on Friday, October 24th, when the Kings take on the Utah Jazz at 7 p.m. Following opening night, the Kings will take on the LA Lakers on October 26th and then the Golden State Warriors on November 5th. Don't miss these marquee matchups and more great games coming to Golden One Center this season. Head to kings.com/tickets to secure your seat to be part of the action.
Sacramento. Buckle up. Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet is dropping one day of insane Milwaukee deals on Saturday, October 18th. Bare tools, batteries, and kits at insanely low prices. All Milwaukee hand tools, tool accessories, and Milwaukee pack-out boxes will be 20% off. Spend $100 and you'll get a lotto ticket for up to $1,000 off your next order. Again, that's one day only. October 18th at Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet, 6701 Power Inn Road. For more info, visit fastenersinc.net. Fasteners Inc. Better tools, better prices.
For 77 years, the Keys family from Naturewood Home Furnishings has been serving families just like yours and mine. Hi, I'm Frank LaRosa with Golf to Go. The Naturewood team takes great pride and significant effort to offer Northern California families a vast selection of home furnishings, most of which are made right here in this country. The kitchen table, which we purchased so many years ago, speaks to the enduring quality of the Naturewood product lines. We treasure memories made seated around that table with family and friends for birthday celebrations, school projects, and many late-night meals when the day just got away from us. Naturewood has provided thousands with home furnishings that not only last for generations, but also lead to everlasting memories of cherished times. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings now during their 77th anniversary sale and get started making your own brand of memories. Meet the Keys family at Naturewood Home Furnishings off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729 or visit us at powercopiers.com.
When I was a kid, I remember my dad, a lineman, leaving in the middle of the night. Families were depending on him to get their power back on to keep them safe and warm. Watching him taught me that this work isn't just about wires and circuits. It's about people and the trust they place in us when the lights go out. That's why I started Maverick Electric Heating and Air, to carry on that same promise of showing up, doing it right, and protecting families when they need us most. Visit callamaverick.com.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. What's happening, Chad, for the Drive into Fall sales event?
Right now, you can save up to $82.50 off MSRP on one of America's favorite and most loved SUVs, the brand new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited. It's the perfect combination of space, tech, and power to do whatever you need, from hauling the family around to family vacation.
Yeah, everyone I know that's had a Grand Cherokee says they love it.
It's true. There's something special about the Jeep Grand Cherokee, and now is the perfect time to check it out and save big with Hoblet. But whatever you're looking for, you can find it at Hoblet. Check out our certified pre-owned supercenter with nearly 200 vehicles available and over 50 under $20,000.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$82.50 total net savings on 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited after $47.50 factory rebates and $3,500 dealer discounts. Rebates include $2,000 select inventory bonus cash and $500 first responder bonus cash for eligible first responders. 3 this net savings, simple VIN 352-391. See dealer for details.
Your local sports leader in the 916.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, Sactown Sports 1140. 3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
Still to come, Sean Salisbury at 8, Katie Christensen making her season debut at 9, Kings preseason.
Oh my gosh, you're just lame.
Basketball coming up tonight versus the Clippers. Golden One Center right here on Sactown Sports. Check in on the chat.
Yeah, what do they got today?
Campeo says, Dave, you need to stretch before getting out of bed. Dude, I do. Trust me, I do. There's these stretches I do when I have this back issue that I learned where I put like I put my ankle over my left ankle over my right knee, and I lift my knee up, and then I go right, and then I go left, and then I just kind of rotate.
Ay, papi.
60 times. I count to 60 and rotate just to loosen, and then the same thing.
Even with the dogs there?
The dogs get I don't know what you call the maneuver, but oftentimes they're usually
the boot?
Not the boot. They're usually, because my wife radiates fire when she sleeps. Set the screen. They're usually all on her side, but about 30% of the time they're on my side. And when they're up against me, I will just kind of thigh them, which I understand probably sucks for the dogs because they're sleeping. And then out of nowhere, here's a good one. This was, here, Jason, I wish I could show this, but they're actually spread out, but you can see where my wife is located on a rather large bed. She is
no, I don't see her.
Okay, so she's like a little chameleon.
Oh, she's under there somewhere.
Yeah, she's in the far left corner. And then you've got dogs that are at
Nacho's posing.
Nacho is always like, hey, paint me like
my best side.
So yeah, I just kind of thigh them away, and these dogs are just flying everywhere. And then I do this. I do the stretches. This morning, I let the hot water hit my lower back for a while. I just got to get through it.
You only have about 17 less pillows than we have on our bed.
Oh, are you guys pillow people? No,
my wife is.
To be fair,
well, I use them. But.
To be fair, I chuck those pillows when I go to bed. Okay. Like we have floor O pillows.
Yeah.
Actually, we have a dog crate in the corner of our room for when we're gone and we need to crate the dogs. I do put the pillows on top because I get yelled at. If I put the pillows on the floor, I get yelled at because then dog hair will be on the pillows, which is set the screen. It's understandable. I know.
But the dogs are on the bed.
Jason.
Yeah, you're right.
I know this. Anyways, so it's now gone to sciatic. But you know what, dude? We adapt, we overcome, we persevere, we roll on. That's what we do. You got to want it. That's how you win championships.
Yes, you got to want it to win it.
We're not the number 1 rated sports show in the entire country. And by country, I mean the city. Because of this. Question 1, please.
The New York Giants have the number 2, number 5, and number 10 rookies in ESPN's rankings. Have they finally turned it around?
It's funny how so I'm going to give you the 3 rookies the Giants have in the top 10. Have you seen these rankings?
I have not.
I want you to guess as to which one each one's ranked. Okay, so You have, in no particular order, you have, I'll try to go in alphabetical order. Yeah, I will go in alphabetical order. I won't try. Abdul Carter, I'm using last names, by the way. Abdul Carter, okay. Jackson Dart, Cameron Scadaboo. Number 2, number 5, and number 9. Number 10, sorry. Who's number 2? Who's number 5? Who's number 10?
This is a tough one.
It is.
I'm going to go Carter, Dart, Scadaboo.
You have one of the 3, and you chose the exact order I did.
Okay, so then I'm going to go Carter, Scadaboo, Dart.
That is correct.
Okay.
I think I would have gone, no offense to Scadaboo, but quarterback's a quarterback.
Yeah.
I probably would have put Dart 5 and maybe Scadaboo higher. Either way, you have 3 of the top. Plus, you also have Kayvon Thibodeau. You have Brian Burns. You have Malik Neighbors, who's out now. It's easy to see a road for the Giants. And the Giants were my pick to click, like the Bears were last year. Failed on the Bears miserably. I don't think the Giants are probably going to be a 500 team this year. Not that you possibly could be a 500 team, but you get my point. But it's easy to look and go, there's something. They're starting to build something. And again, everything ties back for me mostly to the Sacramento Kings.
Yeah.
And I love it when teams perennially bad become exciting and fun. And I feel like the Giants, I just go back to that Thursday night game, dude. That was a coming out party for that squad, especially Scadaboo and Jackson Dart. But, Abdul Carter and the rest of that defense also had a huge part in that too. And I hope it's kind of unfortunate none of those guys were out there because they had a huge part, and they're not as well sung, or as their praises aren't as sung as the flashy offensive guys. But I look at that team and I go, okay, now look, they could get their asses kicked this weekend, and everybody comes down to earth like when J.J. McCarthy. We were all singing his praises for his one good quarter. But I like it, and I think they've got a lot of talent to work with on that team now.
If you beat the Chargers and the Eagles, you're getting people's attention. Now, same team lost to the Saints.
That's right.
Which is their only loss, or only win, for the Saints.
Yeah.
Probably should have beat the Cowboys. Battled, I guess, the Chiefs. So
yeah.
That was the game. I remember that was the Sunday night game, and I think a lot of people were down on just the fan expression of just the way they played. I think they were getting booed. That was Russell Wilson. So now the switch feels like that's given the team the life. Mm-hmm. And so now you want to see what does it look like at the end, where I don't think there'll be a playoff team, but to your point, like if that's a 8-win team, a 7-win team, it's going in the right direction as opposed to like, hey, they won 4 games. I don't even know what they are. I just feel like something's starting to happen in a positive way for that organization, which hasn't happened for them in a long time.
Also, you mentioned it. It's a great point. They beat the Eagles, but now they've got the Broncos in Denver. Mm-hmm. Then they have a very angry Eagles team in Philadelphia. Then they've got the Niners at home. Oof. And then, at Bears, but then Packers. So it's going to be a trial by fire.
Yeah.
For these folks. But it's a fun thing to watch. Number 2, please.
Question 2.
Dawn Staley says she doesn't think the NBA will hire a female coach in her lifetime. Is she wrong?
I hope so. She was interviewed for the next job. She said she would have taken it. She mentioned that in the interview she had said that you guys are going to have to, be prepared for the flack, that if, the Knicks have a 4 or 5 game losing streak, it's not going to be about the losing streak. It's going to be about the girl coaching. Mm-hmm. And she's 100% right, especially in New York. I actually think it's going to happen soon.
Yeah.
I think it's going to happen in the next 2 to 3 years. And I would say, and I mean this, I would say the Sacramento Kings are a top 5 candidate to do that. I could absolutely see
Sorry, Doug.
The Kings at some point, no time anytime soon, please. Being, and there's others that I look, dude. On one hand, I think the Knicks would have been an ideal place because I would like. Here's what's important to me: whoever the first female coach is, please give her some rope and please put her into a functional franchise. So on one hand, the Knicks would have been a great stop for Dawn Staley or Becky Hammon, who's doing phenomenal work, because the Knicks are already really, there was no coaching job available even close to the Knicks when it came to a team already in place that's a legit championship contender this year. So on one hand, Dawn Staley could come in, hypothetically, and just keep the train going and look good. On the other hand, you're also working for one of the most cantankerous owners in the sport, and you're in the biggest fishbowl in the sport in New York. So an OKC, a San Antonio, franchises that have their act together, a Denver maybe. I think it's a matter of time, and I do think it will almost certainly be Staley or probably Becky Hammon that gets the job. And Katie's coming on at 9. I want to ask her this question too, not just because she's a girl, but also because she's played, she understands this, she's coached. We've talked to players about this, and the one I wish I could say who it was, but he told me privately. But it's the best quote I've heard. It's the one that just like he said it and it made the most sense. He said, most of us have been raised by women our whole lives. Most of us have been told what to do by women our whole lives, whether it's our moms, whether it's our grandmas. Like, we are pre-wired to take orders from women. So the idea of we won't listen, she's not a woman. She's a coach. Whoever it is coach. That's who it is, whether it's Coach Christie or Coach Hammond or Coach Popovich or Coach Staley. Coach is a coach is a coach. And as long as they're there, we're going to give them every shot we have. Not to mention a lot of these players, they're going to want the female. They want to be a part of that history. So, yeah, maybe not for every team, but I think we're almost there. And to be honest, we should have been there a few years back. I think it's going to happen.
I do too. I think the fact, one, that something that wasn't happening before was the actual interview.
Right. That's women. Right.
So that's happening. I'm not saying that's that much progress, but that is progress. It wasn't even a consideration for some organizations. The other point you made is the Kings being an organization that as a candidate. I agree because, look, some organizations also just think more openly, think differently, and sometimes like to check a box where they say, hey, we were the first one to do something. And it would be first for somebody to hire a female coach. And I think when you're talking about the people that you've mentioned, like Dawn Staley and Becky Hammon, I think Jenny Busek could be mentioned, Lindsey Harding, Carol, like
Nancy Lieberman.
They're all good candidates.
That's right.
So at the end, and I think, if they became successful or not successful, I think the same pattern would happen. If they lost the locker room, it's because they lost the locker room. It's not because, they're a woman.
Yeah.
No, people didn't jive with the philosophy or whatever. Or if they were successful, it wasn't, because they were, they're they're a good coach. So I think it's going to happen. I think Dawn Staley still could be one. Like, she's really respected.
Staley and Hammond, I think, are the top two candidates.
So, I think she's wrong on this one. I think it will happen.
What do you think would be the most likely to happen? To have the first woman coach come from the outside of the organization, or like a Spoelstra type of thing where they're kind of built to become the head coach of the team?
I think the most logical one would be to come from inside the organization where the players already know the person.
Like we thought that would happen with Pop to Hammond.
That's exactly right. That's exactly what we thought. However, generally when one coach is gone, usually the assistant doesn't take over except on an interim basis. They clear it out, et cetera, et cetera. So I think logic would dictate inside the organization, but I think in reality it'll probably be from outside the organization with a completely new, a completely put together staff. And I would also hope that when it does happen, and hopefully sooner rather than later, And that's not just because I'm being some giant women's advocate either. It's because, dude, it should have already happened. Let's just get it out of the way and then normalize it. And if the woman is more qualified than the man, then let's go. Who cares about gender? Let's just make it happen, Captain. But I do hope when it happens, I do hope the media and I do hope everybody treats whoever the first female coach is exactly like they would treat a male coach. And that includes criticism. If we get a first female coach come in and everyone's kid gloving her, it's like the conversation we had years ago about the women's soccer team. No, dude, that to me is the biggest form of misogyny.
Make a questionable timeout, a decision, they have to be critiqued,
absolutely.
right?
And not like, hey, you're a girl, did you get emotional? No, but like, hey, this and this, why did you do that there? Just like you would have asked Tom Thibodeau or Mike Malone or anybody else, no difference.
Yeah, and even like if you look at the league now, like there was a time where, wow, they have a female assistant coach. Like they're all over the league now. Like it's not weird at all.
They're not, they're I got a question for you guys. Here you go. Which will happen first? Here we go. This will piss everybody off, but it's an honest question. $250,000 suitcase question.
Okay.
Which happens first? Female head coach NBA, female president.
NBA coach.
Yeah.
Think so? Yeah.
Well, it's yeah.
Well,
that cycle happens faster, and so the odds I would say, if I'm betting, I would say female
coaches and presidents.
Yeah.
Also, though, you guys aren't aware that Katie is announcing her candidacy coming up at 9 a.m. Did you factor that in?
No, but we got a couple
Katie.
more years.
That's great.
So there's a couple more coaching
That
cycles.
is
to go
true.
through.
Question 3, please.
Question 3.
What do you need to see out of tonight's game versus the Clippers?
A win. Must win.
I honestly, and I, of course, but honestly, if you gave me a choice between a 141 to 135 Kings win and Zach Lavine at 38 and DeRozan at 30 and offense was clicking all over the place, or a 101 to 95 loss, but this team was actually hustling and showing real good defensive prowess and ambition and getting in the passing lanes. I read a lot about I went down a rabbit hole again. I hadn't done it in a while on Zach Lavine and his defense. And it seems, because Zach talked yesterday and was actually quite candid. We should play that at some point in the show. Very, very candid about narratives and defense. And I want to play the clip, but I'm going to try to do my best to say what he said. Basically said there's this narrative that's formed that I can't play defense. He goes, I will stand with anyone when it comes to on-ball one-on-one defense. I'm paraphrasing. I'm uber athletic. I can stay with anybody. Like, good luck. And he even said, to his credit, he said, now when it comes to team defense and team concepts, I've been having to work on some things my whole career. So that made me go down that rabbit hole, and really scouts kind of echo that Lavine's athletic, and I'm just picking on Zach. There's other issues. Lavine's athleticism allows him to be an average to plus one-on-one defender, but he is caught ball watching and sagging off when he shouldn't be, or moving up when he shouldn't be. When it comes to team defensive concepts, that's where he's hurt. Now, if I could think of, if there was somebody out there that I could hire as a consultant to preach team defensive concepts, I'm not entirely sure that the number one guy on that list from a execution point of view wouldn't be Doug Christie. The guy who captained the defense on that 0-2 team that led the league in defensive or opponent field goal percentage, with Mike Bibby, Vlade Divac, Peja Stojakovic, and Chris Webber, many of which make our current defenders look like Michael Cooper. Like, they were not a good defense. They were not good. In fact, I would say the 0-2 Kings defensively were the polar opposite of Zach Lavine. They were really good at team defense and team concepts. Individually, not so much. Now, I'll finish this by saying this, Jason. As I was reading one of these articles, right, I came across this passage. This is from, I think, a year ago. This is a Bulls blogger talking about Zach Lavine.
Okay.
During this period of time, the Chicago Bulls have been actively looking to move Zach Lavine, and his trade market has been described in ways that no other player of his caliber has been subject to in recent memory. Barren and non-existent have been terms used, with a growing consensus suggesting the Bulls would not only not get positive value for him, but would need to actually attach assets in order to trade him. In fact, Bobby Marks recently said no team would take on Lavine's contract, even if the Bulls attached a first-round pick. Now, as we know, they didn't attach a first-round pick, and De'Aaron Fox was traded for Zach Lavine, which fired me up because I'm now entering the following hot take into the world, okay, which we're going to need to figure out. It may actually turn out that the De'Aaron Fox trade was worse than the Marvin Bagley pick. When we come down to worst Sacramento Kings decisions in history, at least with the Marvin Bagley pick, although it was terrible, he had like 18 and 12 the other night, by the way, though. I don't know if you saw. You can at least go, hey, kid was 18 years old, was blowing up the ACC. They had Fox at the 1. They thought they'd put back. There's your bookends. There's your Stockton Malone, whatever you want to call it. You could see the logic. They just crapped the bed when it came to talent evaluation, and Luka is Luka. The Lavine trade, they had eyes wide open. There was no other team in the league that would even touch him. They got zero compensation out of the Bulls. It was a facilitator to trade their number one piece that they could have rebuilt. Arguably the player on the team with the most trade value. And they ended up getting a contract that a year ago was described as immovable and you'd have to attach serious assets. All that being said, what do I need to see out of tonight's game? I need to see a bigger commitment to defense. I don't care about pretty much anything else.
Yeah, we always say this. I honestly don't care if they win. When I'm there watching the game, and if it's close at the end, yeah, I would rather them win. But that part doesn't matter. This is the first game post Keegan's injury, so to me, that's kind of what I'm looking at. Are the lineups, which they've played without Keegan before, even if he's playing and there's minutes without Keegan on the floor, but just. What's the first thought? What's the look of who's at the 4? Do they play small more? Do they play big more? What are the combinations that, at least for one day and one game against competition, look better? Like we said yesterday, I think the struggle of what they have as a roster, which is even when fully healthy, it seems a bit mismatched.
Yeah.
I think their best players are their guards, but I think they need to play bigger in this situation. I wouldn't be surprised if they lean to go smaller because you're leaning towards your better players. So that's what I kind of want to see. Again, it's not going to be an end-all, be-all tonight, but it's the first time they're playing against competition, trying to make those decisions. So that's what I'm looking at. And, yeah, I mean, the defensive lean would be better. And if they win, yeah, sure, that's nice. But I don't really care about the outcome of the game.
We will take a break right now. Ishmael, I see you on line 1. I just didn't want to smush you into.
He's a good one.
He is. I didn't want to smush Ishmael into 3 for Madness.
No smushing.
No smushing of the Ishmael.
Yeah.
If you hold through the break, it's a quick break here. We'll lead off next. We're going to talk Dodgers Brewers. We got a little bit of audio from that game, but we'll lead off with Ishmael. Should he hold the line? We'll do all that next.
Download the Sactown Sports app.
Sacramento sports in your pocket. This is Sactown Sports 1140.
With Progressive's collision coverage, my family gets up to $1,000 for vet bills if I'm injured in a car accident. And that makes this Chihuahua really feel like part of the family. What's that? I don't sound like a Chihuahua? Oh, I'm sorry. What exactly am I supposed to sound like? I guess all Chihuahuas are high-strung, riding around in expensive designer purses. Actually, I prefer riding in cars. So I appreciate that my family protects me with Progressive's pet collision coverage. Okay, maybe I am a little high-strung. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states. Coverage for dogs and cats is included with the purchase of collision coverage and is subject to policy terms.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
How can you free your team from time-consuming office tasks? Amazon Business. Smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast so they can focus on strategy and growth. Free up your team and focus on your future. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Get 5 quarts of Valvoline Full Synthetic Motor Oil, a Wix filter, and a $15 gift card after rebate at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Ooh, ma. What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very...
Calm? I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code POWER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
With the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
As promised, if he holds...
Did he do it?
Then we will lead. Ishmael joins us.
Yeah.
Good morning, Ishmael.
Good morning, guys. How are you doing?
Great. Jason, how are you?
I'm great.
Chris, how are you doing, Chris?
I've been better.
Oh, he's been better. All right, Ishmael.
How are you?
Hey, back to you. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I'm calling in because on the most recent episode of the Bill Simmons podcast, he had Zach Lowe on, one of the most mild-mannered, tempered, analytical NBA voices out there. Uh-huh. And they were doing a podcast on their over-unders for the year. All three, because it was Bill had a friend there as well, and Zach Lowe. All three were locks on their under, actually, for the Kings at 35.5 wins. And the segment was great for me because, like, especially Zach Lowe, very animated, very, very much laying out what we've been saying for a while for the team, the mismanagement, who's going to play night to night, like any defense on the roster construction, lack of direction for the team. And this was the kind of stuff I wanted to see because it's a sort of a really national outlet, sort of laying bare the issues with the team, which can only help at this point. And another key thing that Zach hit on was this fan base will probably be the angriest NBA fan base by like the 40th, 50 game mark of the season.
Yep.
Just because there's just so little to go look at, and we're not at like the Hornets where it's like, well, at least you could see Con Knippel and Brandon Miller or whatever. Like there's really nothing to watch. There's absolutely no direction. So I would implore like any Kings fan to like listen to that if they haven't already, just because number one, it was very interesting to see Zach that animated, which he almost never is. And just like he referred to the Kings as the Hindenburg of the NBA season. And just like the way they went about it, this is what we need more of. Get the ball rolling and get this as national as possible, just to hopefully spark some sort of change, because the last thing we can do is suffer in silence, in my opinion.
I think it's a great opinion. I look, I was I was talking to a friend over the weekend. No, it was at the golf tournament.
Okay, so Monday.
Yeah, Monday. And the gist of the conversation was, are you looking forward to, like, how does it work with, how does the show work, and how do you walk the tightrope between trying to be honest and also not trying to completely alienate the fan base? And we went through, and we've done a little bit on the air, but we went through just like, remember yesterday we were talking about Doug Christie and how it's going to be so difficult to grade him in some aspect because some of the ingredients he has are almost certainly not functionable with his concepts, and he doesn't have a great team. And by the way, he may lose some of his best players this year. So how do you do that? And with us and what we're trying to do, and I try to be as transparent as possible and show how the sausages are made. Like, we're the flagship of the Sacramento Kings. We have a great partnership with them. I don't care how the team's doing on the floor. The people behind the scenes have always been phenomenal to us, and we have a very good relationship. And whereas we feel it a little bit, you and I and everybody else that works here that whose jobs revolve around this team, the good people over there that year after year after, oh, you work for the Kings? Oh. And the Sacramento Kings are by far the prized asset of this station. This station and the rights we have to the Kings are the prized asset. So from a business standpoint, when King season starts, the more people that are tuned in and listening to Gary Gerald, the better that we do. The more people that tune in at 7 p.m. for a home game and they listen to the game, they're driving around, whatever it may be, and then when they get up in the morning and they start their cars, that radio is already on the station, and oh, hey, hi, how are you? It's us, and we get that lead-in, if you will, the overnight lead-in. There's all kind the packages that we sell. Our salespeople work their tails off. The all the stuff that we have that's connected to the Kings from a business standpoint, right? So you would think in a perfect world, our job, meaning you and me and Alan and Whitey and insert whoever, our job is to create curiosity and passion in order to maximize the amount of people that are not only listening to the games, but are tuning in to talk about the games. So, and this is not a knock on any other media. Truly, it's not. It's just the business, the world of business. Jason Anderson and Matt George and Sean Cunningham and all our friends in the media, James Ham, Kyle, D'Lo, KC, all the rest of the guys in the city. They don't have a contractual relationship with the team. The only comps there is NBC Sports California and Katie and Kyle and Mark Jones and that whole crew. They don't have a business relationship. So why am I saying this? Because, and I'm just going to speak for me, because I think you do a phenomenal job, the best job I've ever seen at, you are 100% not a shill. You're 100% not a doomer. You say what your truth is. I don't believe in optimism, pessimism. I think to imply that you're an optimist, I think that.
More optimistic though, but I'm also not I believe what I believe.
You believe what you believe.
Yeah.
And so I get worried around optimist, because to say even you're on the optimistic side, I think that has a sub-implication of your logic being sullied by a preordained way that you feel. And I don't see that in your analysis. Your analysis is straight on. It's just you may be a glass half full guy.
Right.
But
That's
not in
fair.
an illogical way.
Yeah.
And so I was talking to this group of people and saying it is so easy when this team is doing well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think there's this thought that like some of us revel in the negativity and the downside. And I read those and I just go, you have no idea what you're talking about. When this team is doing the Beam team here, oh my God, everything. You skipped into work. You were happy. Oh my, this is amazing. I'm bouncing off the walls. As psycho as I am when I get mad, I'm as psycho when things are going great. But yet you have this duty, my words, you have this duty and this commitment and this contract with the audience to give them your truth, your honesty, and to show your work.
Yeah.
And going into this season, I can truly say, without hyperbole, I don't know that I have ever experienced a preseason like this. Coming off the Beam team 2 years ago, the Fox trade last year, the Halliburton trade the year before the Beam team, all leading up now, and you see it in the national media. Nobody's picking the Kings as a surprise team. Right. Nobody's saying the Kings are the team that might, they're under the rate. No, everybody is pointing at the Kings, and not just the team on the floor, but the coaching situation, the front office situation, the ownership situation. They're saying, like, it's legit. If it's not the worst situation in the league, it's in the bottom 5 and trending downward. And then I think you were gone when I went through payroll, and I went, look, unless they're able to make moves, massive moves, it's not just this year. It's probably next year that they're lame ducks. That's a tough thing to tell fans, that you're trying to get to tune in, that you want to be engaged and passionate, and you're sitting here having to make a decision. Do I do the moral and ethical thing and be honest and take the chance of being dragged? I don't care about being dragged.
Yeah.
But take the chance of people going, you know what? I don't need that in my life. I'm gonna switch this. I don't need to come in and wake up every morning on my way to work and be regaled by Dave's stupid nasally voice talking about how the ceiling's crashing and everything sucks. That's not how I want to start my day. Yeah. I'm gonna listen to Beethoven or whatever. But here we are.
Yeah, this is a weird year to begin, I would say, because there have been other years where we've began the year going, I don't think it's going to be a very good year, but kind of that's all right, but there's some younger guys, and this is kind of the start of maybe something new.
That's right.
This one's it's the mismatched roster that I think is giving a lot of people some confusion. At least that's where I am at, because I can still separate the individual games from the big picture, even though they're connected. Because right now I don't feel that optimistic about the big picture.
Sure.
But opening night, there'll be such an excitement. The home opener, there's such an excitement. There'll be games during the year, or a giveaway when OKC comes in. It's like, look, they're better than the Kings, but on that night, like, do they win? And is this the start of something, or is that just one fun night that, hey, they beat the champs? It's awesome. That doesn't mean they're winning 45 games. So that's where I kind of fall in line, is like I can appreciate the day-to-day, because there's also in the day-to-day some awful losses. Mm-hmm. And that then doesn't mean fire everybody. These are all terrible players.
Yeah.
Sell the franchise. It's like, no, it's not that drastic. No. But going in as far as a season outlook, it just I understand why a lot of people aren't that optimistic. And I mean, I don't know of that many that are. I mean, and that's like kind of universal. Like I don't even know the highest win total I've seen from anybody picking the Kings. Probably would be in the low 40s. Yeah, it'd be like the highest that I've
ESPN, or even that I think was like 38 and something, but they still had him in the play-in. But yeah,
right. So now I'm all here for the pleasant surprise if all that happens. I mean, I'm not wishing for the other. It's just it's a hard. I think for me, why it's so difficult is because, Dave, on the individual part, like Sabonis is a good player.
Yes.
I think Keegan Murray's a good player.
Yes.
And when I'm saying good, I'm not trying to paint like, hey, they're top 5 player, but Lavine's good. DeRozan is good.
Yes.
Like Monk's been a 6. Like these all are good, but just the mix is weird.
Let me say what you're saying in a different way. You tell me if you agree. Lavine, DeRozan, Sabonis, Monk. Trying to think. Okay, let's just take those 4 right there. Those are all players I could see having a major contributing factor in a contending championship team.
Mm-hmm.
If you put Zach Lavine on the Knicks, put Zach Lavine on the Oklahoma City Thunder, put Zach Lavine on the Denver Nuggets, dude, put DeMar DeRozan on any of those teams.
Yeah.
But as we talked about so often, it's not the individual talent level. I would go back and say that this team's if you graded each player from 1 to 10 in a vacuum, and then you took the total of that, this is as talented as a team as we've had probably since the 2002 era. This is a very talented team.
Yeah.
They just don't know how to put them together.
Yeah.
And the fans have been screaming it, and the media has been screaming it for 2 years now. And they're just, I'll go back to what I've been saying for a long time now. This team smells like a team that somebody who is really into fantasy basketball has been putting together.
Yeah, and, I said this back with the 2002 team, and maybe more of a reflection after, the years after. That also, too, was a very odd collect. Like, why did that work? Like, you could really make the argument, like, Vlade been a journeyman.
Yeah.
Not a journeyman, a good player, but, like, here he is. Weber, super talented, but has had some early career. Peja's just brought over.
Right.
Bobby Jackson ended up having his best careers here. Pollard, who's this guy?
Who's that? Who's John Barry? Who's Vernon Maxwell? Who's Jimmy Jackson?
Why did that work? But it did.
Right.
It did.
Culture.
Yeah.
Culture.
So, look, no one's comparing the two, but the comp would be that somehow did work. I don't know what this would look like if it somehow did work. I'm not saying it's that group, but I think going in, no one's feeling that version of this team.
We'll continue the conversation when we get back. Quick break. Kings Clippers tonight. We have practice audio. And then also, when we come back, Jason, take a couple minutes. When I say what is success this season, I'm not talking about first round. And I'm saying from a team standpoint, what is success for you? I want us both to answer that question when we come back. We'll do that next.
Sports.com and join the Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave here, talking to you about my good friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Now, they're upgrading their offerings to you to include plumbing, bringing that same expertise and experience into the plumbing space. They're no longer just heat and air. They're now your American Energy home pros. And you've heard me talk about them for years as your second opinion partner. Now you can still get a second opinion on any HVAC service or replacement. But now you can also get a second opinion on any of your plumbing services. And when you really think about it, how do we know how much it's supposed to cost? At the very least, you'll know you're in the ballpark, and I can all but guarantee you they'll beat the price. They'll come out for free. They'll give you a second opinion. And all you got to do is give them a call, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable.
Coverage varies by plan, view contracts and exclusions at EnduranceWarranty.com. Auto repair bills are through the roof. $3,000 to replace the transmission. $4,000 for a blown engine. And if your manufacturer's warranty is expired, you'll have to cover it all out of pocket. You need an Endurance Auto Protection Plan. No matter what the mileage, if your car is under 20 years old, Endurance can get you covered on the engine, electrical system, transmission, AC, drivetrain, and more. Endurance has plans for any budget. Repairs can be done at the certified mechanic of your choice, and they're paid directly with no middleman. Plans cover 24/7 roadside assistance, towing, battery jumps, fuel deliveries, tire changes, lockout services, and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Act now and get our elite benefits, including complete tire care and key fob replacement. A $2,000 value at no extra cost. With Endurance, you could never pay for covered auto repairs again, so call now for your free quote. Call 800-378-7241. 800-378-7241. Again, that's 800-378-7241.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
With Progressive's collision coverage, my family gets up to $1,000 for vet bills if I'm injured in a car accident. And that makes this Chihuahua really feel like part of the family. What's that? I don't sound like a chihuahua? Oh, I'm sorry. What exactly am I supposed to sound like? I guess all chihuahuas are high-strung, riding around in expensive designer purses. Actually, I prefer riding in cars. So I appreciate that my family protects me with Progressive's pet collision coverage. Okay, maybe I am a little high-strung. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states. Coverage for dogs and cats is included with the purchase of collision coverage and is subject to policy terms.
People are coming from all over to Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. From Folsom, Elk Grove, Woodland, Roseville. Because they've seen for themselves the huge selection and the best prices at SacSuperstore.com. Good luck finding a lower price anywhere else. And if you do, they'll match it. It's as simple as that. Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where a handshake still means something. Open until 10 o'clock and centrally located right across from Hagen Oaks Golf Course. And online at SacSuperstore.com. The guaranteed lowest price and the best selection of Dodge, Chrysler, Jeeps, and Rams. SacSuperstore.com.
Only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and vocal.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Checking in on the chat line. Our guy Judah. Judah generally does not like the
Judah. Okay.
Does not like the pessimism I have sometimes. He says, "Look, my optimism allows me to find the good, not ignore the bad, but know that it's there and still be able to enjoy Kings basketball. I'm not blind, but I also don't want to be as miserable as Dave." That's a perfectly fair statement.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I never want to do, like for a guy like Judah, here's the no. Here's the no. Judah, you're being naive. Stop it. Be pessimistic. You're naive. You're being no. Fan how you want to fan, dude. And if you choose to, we've talked about casuals not being, and I'm not saying he is one, but how that's not a bad word. If you choose to not invest your life into a bunch of millionaires playing with balls, you're a smart person. Good. Find the joy, as Coach says.
Right.
I'm not miserable. I know it comes off like that. It's not misery. This is a very important difference. It's not misery. It's frustration.
Okay.
I'm very frustrated.
Can I give you a pushback from the last segment of something you said that I would push back on? I think you enjoyed the Beam Team year.
Loved that year.
So that was the first time of a renewal. So I'm going to give you a team because you said, when they win, it's just easier.
Yes.
Yes and no. So I'm going to give you a team currently, and let's just say the last 5 years we were the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yes.
Good team.
Yes.
Good team.
Yes.
They're in that spot like this. Okay, they had the grow. Here we go. This is fun.
Yes.
They've been a playoff team for a couple years now.
Yeah.
I don't personally think they're going to win the championship this year. Doesn't mean that's bad.
Uh-huh.
They're closer to one by far than the Kings.
Yeah.
They shouldn't blow this up.
No.
Kings were in that spot before too, and done this long enough. Like when they were winning 50 to 55, they got the 60, and there was probably a 2 to 3 year window where they should have won it.
Yes,
they didn't, and then there was an 8 year window where they were good. The first couple are the best.
Yes,
but year like 5, 6, 7, 8 when they were good-ish, and you're like, I don't think they're champions. That's also a tough. I mean, look, you're winning more than you're losing, but you're probably not winning at all, and then you're realizing, oh man, like. They're probably going to have to redo this at some point. And I don't, Minnesota's not there today. But my example to you is like, it's not, I would rather be the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yes.
But that's also a weird spot to be in too.
It is. And to put what you're saying in the context in my brain and to be fully transparent, I'm also old enough to remember when the Kings were losing second round series against the Sonics and going, dude.
Who?
Right. And going, like, what the hell, man?
Right.
It's a failure. Like, what are we doing here? 03, 04, 05.
Yeah.
Those were really tough years because we had that taste of it. Now, I would say,
which we'd all take today in a heartbeat.
I would give a finger for that.
But or Warrior fans now. I mean, look, they're spoiled, but
it is the
they've lived it.
It's the curse of expectation.
Yeah.
And when I always call this the Top Gun Maverick of seasons, what I'm really saying is I have the only expectations I have for this season are negative.
Okay.
So if good things happen,
right,
which is what I do encourage people to think. I encourage people to come on board with me in the pessimism train. If good things do, like I asked you about what would you consider?
Okay.
I
think I got an answer.
So go ahead.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Well, I think to the best of my recollection, and I would think you would agree with this and others, the last couple of years, it sure seemed like the game plan was to build around Fox and Sabonis.
That's right.
And at the time, both pretty young. I mean, young enough going into their prime. Like, that made a lot of sense. And then, hey, Keegan's here. And whether it's Mitchell or whoever, like, they're just trying to find the other pieces that are going to help them become as good as possible. I would hope that the end of this year, they've identified what that next group is. Because right now, I feel like it's Sabonis with a question mark. Doesn't mean it can't be Lavine. I don't think, DeRozan's not here for the long term. There's just not as many years left. I hope they identify the next young pieces that belong as part of the building of, and again, like when we're thinking 5 years, just thinking 2 years, like this goes too fast. Like
sure,
this team will look so different in 5 years, but like who's going to be a part of it next year and maybe the year after, like a 3-year window. They need to identify that because, when last year started, Fox and Sabonis were still that piece. And understandably, here comes DeRozan. Maybe he's going to help elevate. That should improve. Keegan's growing. Well, they've already switched some things. Fox is gone. You've changed coaches, changed general managers. In fairness to everybody that's new, you got to give them their opportunity. But I hope there's some identification of what is next for this team. And what's next could also be like a complete teardown.
Right.
Or it's, hey, look, Neek is a guy, and Monk and Sabonis. That's where we're going forward with. Okay, or it's this guy, and I just feel like that needs to be identified. Right now, I feel like there's a bunch of guys that are here that they need to occupy the floor.
Yeah.
And I don't really know. Like, I wish there was a great, great young player on this team. It may be there. I don't know who that is today. And I hope or potentially great player. That's why, again, going back, I think Kuminga made some sense. Okay, it didn't happen, but what's kind of next is what I hope is answered. And next doesn't mean it's all new players, but like you go, no, 100% it is Sabonis with these guys or whatever.
I think we're in lockstep. I think we're almost, at risk of sounding like boring sports radio. And by the way, Sean Salisbury in 8 minutes, that's not boring sports radio. I am pretty much in lockstep with you. My championship this year is getting Lavine and DeRozan's contracts off the books.
Okay.
If Scott Perry, if you told me what are your top priorities, that's it.
Even if it's what majority would say is a bad deal.
I said it last week and I'll say it again just to underscore, and it's not hyperbole. I would literally I would trade, if I had the opportunity to trade Zach Lavine for a conditional 2031 top 28 protected second round pick, I would do it.
Oh my gosh.
Because that contract is so toxic.
It's not as bad anymore. It's not good.
It's not as bad as it used to be
year
because
it's
everything's
better.
moving up.
But
we have 120 of our $186 million locked into 3 guys.
Yeah.
And we haven't extended Keegan, and we haven't extended Keon. That is a problem. It's not just that. It's also Zach Lavine is a good player. Mm-hmm. That's a problem because he's going to have an orbit like a giant planet around him. He's going to have gravity. I don't need to see Zach Lavine hitting 45% from the 3. Great, awesome. If we were a contending team, yes, absolutely here for it. No, I need to see Neek Clifford getting 36 minutes a night and logging those rookie mistakes that we need him to log on a long-term basis. I need to see Keon Ellis out there playing cover-to-cover defense and infecting hopefully the rest of the team with that. We have 700 guards, and we're probably going to add another one in Russell Westbrook before it's all said and done. To me, those guys moving on and hopefully to better, greener pastures. I wish them nothing but the best. I truly like both of those people. And then seeing what Nate Clifford can do, seeing what Max Reynaud can do, seeing if Max Reynaud is, because right now he is a prime candidate for the Kyle Guy All-Stars. The one player every year bad teams latch onto because of hope and potential, and then you get him in there and you go, well, that's okay. That's why he was a second-round pick. I'm a huge fan of his. I hope that's not the case. What I'm saying is that's what history dictates. I want to see what he can do. I want to see if Devin Carter is a true NBA player or if he's just some fringy guy that we made a mistake on. I want to see all of that. If we have the ability to think of, I got it. Think of playing time this year as a urethra. And think of Zach Lavine and DeMar DeRozan as amazing kidney stones. They're like really good kidney stones, like talented, borderline all-star, one of them. But if you're able...
All-star of kidney stones?
All-star of, like seriously, McDonald's All-American kidney stone. If you're able to get those kidney stones elsewhere where they can thrive and be happy, and I'm a happy little kidney stone, you've now opened up the flow so that now we can have that stream flow absolutely beautifully without any pain, without any second guessing, without any sweat, without any fevered, sweaty nightmares at night. And now all of a sudden, Nate Clifford, Max Reynaud, Keon Ellis. I can sit anyone I want because if you're not buying into my defensive principles, I can afford to sit you because I'm not showcasing you. Everything just moves
Good sound effect.
Smoothly. Thank you.
That was absolutely insane.
Just saying, dude.
King knee stones.
As we go to break from the 775 off the text line. You guys are absolutely delusional if you think the Kings have the pieces to be good. They have zero leadership, no true identity on who they are, and you think they can be something? Sabonis is probably the captain of this team, and he gets shut down every time he plays a true center. Stop fooling yourselves. This team is far away from being a contender. Ladies and gentlemen,
that's what we said.
That is your nominee for Good Listener of the Day. That is exactly what you should have taken over these last 2
Well,
seconds.
you have him as a 2 seed.
You have him winning the title.
Yeah.
Sean Salisbury coming up next, man. But first, I mean, honestly, if that isn't one of those, and these are some of our listeners' texts, I don't know what is. Friend, you got to listen better, buddy. Greg says, Dave, are you Ricky Bobby? You want the Kings to pee excellence? Yes. Yes, I do. Why are people screwing with my stuff, man? Hey, driving to fall sales event happening right now at Hoblet, Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. I talked to Chad Hoblet the other day. It's awesome. Not only can you save up to $12,000 off MSRP on brand new 2025 Ram 25 and 3500s, but qualifying work trucks may be 100% deductible under Section 179. We all know that section. Section 179, which could be thousands more in savings like never before. Plus, with nearly 500 Rams available, including those hard-to-find heavy duties, your next Ram is waiting at Hoblet. They're just piling up the savings this month. As a fifth-generation dealer, they know what a great customer experience is, how important it is, and they have dozens of customer service awards to prove it. You're not going to find a better selection of new Rams, savings, and service than at Hoblet Ram Truck Center in Woodland. Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet. Period. Sean Salisbury, next.
The Drive Guys, weekdays 2 p.m. to 6 p.m.
on Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger, Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip, if a firm presents as local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your home for Kings basketball for over 25 seasons.
Hammer time thrown down by Malik. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports, 1140.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are halfway through the week. Your week! So right now, I need every single listener on their feet. Callers, texters, YouTubers. Make some noise for Sacramento's favorite sports morning show. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, and the man behind the glass, Chris Berlon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I think you were gone. I ran back into Alan's show. It was either Friday or it was one of those days. It might have been Thursday or Friday. I think it was Friday. And he does the whole yes, right?
Yes.
So I was almost at my car to go home, and all of a sudden, like, ding, and I ran back up. He's in the middle of doing a show. I said, "I'm so sorry," and I got on the microphone, and I was like, "Dude, it just hit me. Are you referencing, this is the deep cut, dude. Are you referencing, yes, I'll get to the code word. Are you referencing when Willie Mays Hayes found out that he made the team in Major League and he started to celebrate and Tom Berenger said, don't celebrate in front of people that just died. And so his face drooped. He goes outside to the parking lot and he goes, woo, woo. And he does his little dance. And then at the end he goes, yes. Oh. I was like, is that it?
No way.
Yeah, you didn't know what I was talking about.
So close.
I was so excited.
You just couldn't hide it.
You do know that Alan wasn't born when that movie came out, right?
I know, but I feel like he's seen it. I wasn't born when Wizard of Oz came out. I got a service needy texter here. Kings optimists are like people in loveless marriages. They can't see the divorce papers coming. Okay. Dave, if you were a national broadcaster, you guys wouldn't have to explain anything here in Sacramento. You have to appease those in denial. Dave, I'm on your side and I can't get one text read. There you go, buddy. Today's code word for our Kimpton Sawyer giveaway. Lower level Kings tickets to the November 7th Kings Thunder game. That's, by the way, the first NBA Cup game at Golden One Center. We haven't mentioned that. You get a one-night stay at the Kimpton Sawyer. You get a $200 gift card to Revival. All for texting in to 916-339-1140. These code words. It's like a raffle ticket. Okay. Today's word in celebration, I say, of his brand new unveil of his signature wine. Sabonis.
Oh, nice. Good one.
Sabonis.
Yep.
Speaking of bonus, A bonus right now anytime we get to talk to the man, the myth, the legend,
Yeah.
who I hope, knock on wood, I feel like he would have texted me had anything gone awry. Welcomed in the newest member of the Salisbury clan, greater clan itself, the one, the only Sean Salisbury. Good morning, friend.
How you guys doing today, man?
Good. How are you doing?
I am. If I was any better, I'd be illegal, man. I'm doing good. You know, the first-time grandfather, which is weird to say, but nice, healthy baby boy, and stepdaughter's doing fantastic. So everything is really, really good, my man. I appreciate it. It's great to be on with you guys. No matter how tired you are, I'll tell you a real quick story. When I had my last child, my daughter, I can remember after my first boy, who was about 6, 7.5, was born 10.5, almost 11 pounds, 22.5 inches. He's almost 6'8" now. So natural childbirth with no epidural, which I thought, if you didn't know how much you respected women, you walked out of there saying they're the greatest species in the history. Put an S on all their chests. Well, I remember, and this seems so insensitive, but I'm thinking, you want to talk about, I'm tired? What about the person giving labor for 15 hours, right? You guys aren't going to believe this. I came home, it was during I had to travel. I was doing television, right? And so I was traveling, and I came back home in the off-season from a trip, and it was a quick one, but I was exhausted. It was one of those where, I wasn't feeling well. I can't even remember the circumstance. But I remember going to bed that night, laying in bed, and we were close to having our third child. And I said, kind of jokingly, but man, I was, those when your eyes are burning tired, right?
Yeah.
I said, please don't let tonight be the night, as if it's like, don't you dare have this baby tonight, because how dare, I'm tired.
Right.
And she looked at me like, I know you're joking because I know your sense of humor. And I was, and I smiled, but then I rolled over thinking, please don't let tonight be the night. Maybe tomorrow. And you know what? About an hour and a half later, dilated to 8. We better get our butt to the hospital. And we're packed and ready to go. So all those days, and my mom always told me, you're going to pay for all this. Your daughter's going to be the youngest, yes, and then you're going to go through life, and they're going to haunt you in a good way. And here we are. So grandson, the first one. So
that's awesome.
Exciting times, man.
Well, congrats on that, Sean. Do you I know the baby's obviously just born, but when the baby is, as they develop and being able to communicate, do you have your grandpa name? Do you have that picked out?
Well, my boys call me, and they call me Pops. I've always, or the Shonald, like when we did a special at ESPN for the Donald, we were getting ready to and all their buddies now say, well, you're the Shonald. So my kids will actually call me up and say, hey, Shonald. And I'm like, I'm your dad, right? Just in case you forgot about that. You know what? No, probably just Grandpa, I guess. Yeah. I don't have any, I've never had one of those, where Pappy or somebody calls, Gigi for Grandma and stuff. You know what? He may come out swearing at me, so who the hell knows, man? I don't know, but just it's no matter what's going on in your life, the second you hold a baby in your, it's like, now this is what it's all about. I know that sounds cheesy and emotional, but it really it gets me in my field. I really don't have one. Whatever, if you can't pronounce Grandpa and something comes out, as long as it's not dirty, I'm in, brother. So, everything's great. See, my dogs.
Wow.
Dogs are saying. Dogs are letting me know that hey, Pops is working. Yeah, I know.
You know,
there you go.
we never hear the dog. That's because right. You're always in the car.
And, yes. And now you hear now you're welcome to my world. Babies, dogs, chaos, but it's organized chaos. I promise. And
so
try telling a 100-pound bully and another dog that they're not allowed to talk. Right? Yeah.
Well, for those that don't follow Sean on Twitter and don't live in the Houston area, I'd be remiss since we cover everything, and we're going to get to football, of course. But you have had quite the week, Sean, that started, I think, with, I don't know how else to say it, radio stations going in different directions. You have been, I ain't worried about you. You're one of the people I don't worry about because your talent level, your work ethic, and then on top of that, you've been up, down, around, and through. But you seem to be, I read your post about your appreciation of being there. I know you were doing fantastic. The radio business is just rough right now, but I imagine it's going to free you up to do a bunch more things.
Well, yeah, it does. We've got a couple great businesses that are thriving right now, and that's not like a pat on the back. Yeah. You wait, and the ironic thing is two of the businesses when we released have released our product one and opened a store in the last 2 weeks. So the good Lord throws blessings on your doorstep. And with my new show, live 1 o'clock Eastern every day, Unpaved on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, Rumble. It's awesome because it's everything I want. I've built the team, and you get to control it all. Listen, I had 8 years at Sports Talk 790 and with iHeart. I love my bosses. My team was fantastic. The people in the building. I've got zero other people around. Well, they can't do this. Listen, I get if it was for poor performance, which it wasn't, because we were damn good in the number one show. Two is if it was for somebody you just didn't get along with teammates, there wasn't anything, and it was shocking, but it really wasn't. I walked out of there 15 minutes later thinking this could lead to the greatest blessing because I was ready for it. I got a lot of things going. Not that I would have kept doing it. I signed a 2-year deal about 6 weeks ago, but I understand the financial side. I do. And if somebody, it would hurt me worse. Somebody came, you suck, and you're not any good. But when you know it is, and when the boss hates having to do it, but corporate financial cuts, it's not an excuse. I get it. And when you're a guy who gets paid more than other people, and I don't mean that arrogance, just a fact, and I think everybody should get paid more in our business. Our producers, everybody should, but I've been fortunate when you're in it that long. Normally when they're going to cut costs, that's where they go, regardless of the success, and it's been a dominant and successful show. But you know what? I walked out of there. I'm blessed, and I am filled. It's not just hyperbole, filled with gratitude. 8 years, but I was ready. I was ready. Even though I didn't know it was coming, it hit me, and I'm like, there was a sense of calm. I don't know if I've had this much relax because I know what's coming down the pike, and I know that the show we're building here. And my age will come to me, but I'm not even ready to go jump at anything right now because I got other priorities. So I loved it. I love my bosses and my teammates and the coworkers. But after 8 years and it happened, I'm like, yeah, it sucks because the money. I wish everybody was getting paid big. But you know what? I was more worried and still am about my buddies that aren't going to be able to pay their rent in 2 months. Yeah. Because, in our situation, when you sign a contract, and I'm sincere about it, it chokes me up because I know at this time it just absolutely sucks for somebody who's got 3 kids and has no idea where their next paycheck. And that's not to blame anybody. It's corporate America. It's finances, and I get it. I have zero regret, and I have zero because I know I'm good at what I do, and I don't mean that arrogant at all because I prepare and I love it. I'm still passionate. I was when I was 25. But I'm more concerned about teammates of mine and people across the country that are friends of mine that got hit with it, and they're not sure where their next paycheck's coming from after today. So I feel bad for them, and it means a lot to me, and thank you for bringing it up. But I've got nothing but great things to say about iHeart and my bosses and my teammates, and it's just a moment in time, man, a moment in time, and I'm more concerned about those who are in a much more difficult situation than I am. I know what rock bottom looks like, and I know how to get out of it. I'm sure as hell willing to help anybody who needs it.
Hey, not for nothing. We got a slot at 2 to 6 p.m. in our afternoon drive open.
Well,
Just
I
saying.
will tell you this, be honest. And this is one when people ask me if I want to coach or go be a coordinator, and I've told you guys this.
Yeah.
With the right coach, right people, the people I love, yes. You tell your boss to call me.
Okay.
I'll give them 4 hours a day from here until they make me move. Yeah,
Hey.
I'm in. And I'll give them great radio because I know that market. And I've been with you two, the best in the business, for a while. So if you're not, and I'll take less money. Matter of fact, I was going to say I'll do it for free, but you damn well know I do
Don't
it.
say that. Don't say that.
We got pizza certificates for you.
Yeah. Save it. You know how many of those I got in my drawer already?
We got good golf, brother. We got good golf courses.
Here's where I know I'm no. Oh, yes, you do. And here's where I know I'm no. And you got great sports teams to go visit. Here's where I know when I'm no good. When a guy calls you up and says, we want you to sign a 4-year deal and we're going to pay you in pizza certificates,
oh, the pizza you can eat.
Exactly.
Oh, my goodness.
Exactly.
All right, Sean. So if we transition here to a little bit of football, I'm curious, we do a rankings every week. If you were to pick, I don't know, your top 2 or 3 teams or a third of the way through the season, it's been a little bit of a weird beginning of the NFL season. Who would you say is your number 1, number 2, number 3 team maybe right now?
Yeah, that's a great point. Isn't it really weird, guys, that we don't – I go through it every year, every week we're saying, oh, this team's the best. Remember when we opened the season, Baltimore?
Mm-hmm.
Look what's happened. And we watched Buffalo the last 2 weeks, and they don't look impressive. Again, if Josh Allen doesn't dominate, it's like, how good are they? I mean, I'm going up and down the league thinking – and then you look at the 49ers, man, they were doing some great things. Can they survive without Fred and Bosa? I mean, it's crazy. I don't think we have a great team. But I also know on our bingo card, the two teams that I'd put at the top right now, just for the consistency of the way they're playing, it's a Colts-Buccaneers Super Bowl.
Wow.
Think about that. Now, we would have said Tampa in that division going to win it, right? Carolina's getting better, Atlanta's getting better, but they're the favorite. And the Colts, I'll be honest, I would have said Texans heavy favorites because of the roster, and they've won the last two. Tennessee trying to grow. We don't know who Trevor Lawrence and they are, so competitive. And the Colts with we thought a journeyman quarterback, and look at how he's fitting in. And I love the stories with Baker and Daniel Jones too. Both guys kind of kicked to the curb, really.
Yeah.
And both guys are responding, and leadership. Baker Mayfield's the MVP. Daniel Jones may be second right now. So those two at the top. And then I look around and say, okay, what's the next? Philadelphia is good. The Rams are good. The 49ers are good. Buffalo's good. They're not great. You'd be hard-pressed to find a solidified. Those two are at least in the conversation. Don't look now, but Kansas City's starting to play better. Detroit, obviously. I think the Bears are going to disrupt. They're not the top three. Seattle's a good team. I think there's a bunch of, the tie, like on a golf leaderboard, three guys, 8 teams tied at guys tied at -8. I'm putting the Colts at Tampa in the top, and I guess, depending on, Nakua's injury, probably Philadelphia because they know how to win. But are we sleeping on the Kansas City Chiefs as they get healthy? I don't know. But my two teams right now that I'd take because of the consistent play and the quarterback play and their physicality, give me the Colts and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the top right now. I think they've earned it.
So let me ask you this, because I know exactly what you're saying, and I think you're going to know what I'm saying when I come back to you. I have no argument against what you said with the Colts and the Bucs and how they're playing. That being said, you've played, you've watched, you've been around this game your entire life. I always have this game I play with Jason where I say, if you had $250,000 cash on the table, which way are you going? Now, I know you're bigger bucks here, so I'm going to change it to $1 million.
Well, remember, I'm working for pizza.
That's a great point. So if I had 4 Mountain Mike's gift cards on the table for you right now, would you pick either when it's all said and done, 17 games plus playoffs? Would you pick either the Bucs or Colts in the Super Bowl?
Right now, if you say you had $250,000, I had to bet it. It had to be all in.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
and that's sad, isn't it?
Yep. Sure.
I know that the body works like 6 weeks in. We would lean to the Chiefs, Eagles, Rams. We would.
Yep.
Buffaloes, we would. But in truth, now if the Super Bowl is next week, I'd say I'm picking these two because I believe the way they're playing. But that's such a great point. I love the what-if game that we play. But you wouldn't, because I think we still tread lightly. Is Daniel Jones really this guy?
Yep.
Baker, who's been this guy, guys, for about a year and a half, 2 years. I don't know why we continue to question him. And you know what both are doing? Well, Indianapolis is winning some games by some distance, but the Tampa Bay, when people say, well, they're only winning by a few points, they know how to win. When the Giants were winning World Series and Boch's team's winning 3-1, did we care? No, we just cared that they won. They know. I think there's something special about teams and bringing a team even closer together. It's one thing, you knock somebody out 42-10, but when you got to win 27-23, last possession, 3 or so weeks in a row. But you're right. At the end of it, are we saying, will these two teams be standing? I hope for their sake they're in that conversation, but I don't think a lot of people would, because I still think we tread lightly. You look at the divisions, or you say, well, we go through that. Yet their body of work's been impressive, and they beat good teams. And one thing with that, guys, we put Buffalo, we don't look at the schedule before their last 2 weeks. Do you know who their 4 wins are against? They beat a Baltimore team that's not any good. They beat the Saints, the Jets, and the Dolphins. And we put them at the top of the heap. Those are the 4 worst. Those are 4 teams that are 5 of the worst teams in the league this year.
Yes.
I mean, 3 of them are going to be picking in the top 5 more than likely next year. So it's kind of, we have selective, Josh is on there, they got to be the best. And I respect Buffalo, but they haven't played any tougher of anybody better than the doggone Colts or Tampa has. So you're right, though, Dave. $250,000, I'd say, do I have to bet it right now?
Right.
Let me see more body of work.
Yeah.
But and I hope, but they're getting great play. And I hope for Baker and Daniel Jones in particular, too, because, we've seen Baker do this. I hope they sustain this, because I like seeing guys, when they're buried, still finding a way to breathe and get out. And instead of digging a shovel where they're digging the hole deeper, they're building steps on the side of that hill to get out. And both of them have done that. And you can tell their teams respond. I love buy-in, and they got it.
Sean, I want to ask you about the Niners, because, look, this team has already been had a ton of injuries this season, whether it's been 1, 2, and 3 receivers, the Bosa injury, Kittle. But the one on Sunday, it just felt different when a guy like Fred Warner goes out, what everybody says about him, what he means to this team, and you played. So, everybody gets hurt. Everybody's going to say next man up. But from your playing days, from in the locker room to the plane to the practice field, when like that guy gets hurt, what does that do to a team?
Devastating. And I understand. Like I said, maybe we've talked about this, but I always laugh when, hey man, this guy's hurt, but next man up, we'll be fine. Well, I got to do. Well, when you lose Fred Warner, you're not fine. No. The next guy up's not going to be as good as Fred, or I'd have found a place for him as a 12th player on defense. So I'm devastated that it was a gruesome injury and devastated. He's one of my favorite humans in the league, and I think he's the best all-around defensive player in football, considering what he's got to do now. The edge rushers are always going to get the credit. Listen, I'm not getting through 3 edge rushers and Bosa not being one of them. I'm not getting through 2 linebackers and having Fred not be one of them. And I'm not getting through 10 defensive players where both of them aren't on the list. And I don't believe I'm getting through 2 guys without saying Fred Warner belongs on it. The leadership, you just don't replace – even on the – where are you going? Trade. Who are you going to trade for? You're not replacing him. And the Bosa thing's tough enough. If you were to get heavy into the trade deadline and say, can we go grab Max Crosby or Trey Hendrickson for teams that may be moving from him because they're making a lot of money, which I wouldn't if I was either team. But the 49ers been good when they went out and traded for McCaffrey. Now, can they overcome and still win some games? Yeah. But it greatly depletes them. So now we got to ask, are they a Super Bowl team as they sit? And do we believe that they got all the elements other than a couple pieces to be a Super Bowl team? That's what the 49ers have to ask themselves. If they believe that, and they think, well, we can get close, are you willing to go trade and overpay for a linebacker? Because you're going to have to, because it's going to have to sting. If you're going to go get somebody, you're going to have to get anywhere near Fred's game, you're going to have to go get somebody that somebody's fallen off, say, we're willing to part with this guy, but it's going to cost you a first round or a second round. That'll hurt. And the same thing with Bosa. So how in are you willing to go? Or are you just going to say, we're going to stave them off, we're going to deal with what we got and be back at it? This is as devastating of injury. I guess Burrow to Cincinnati, although their defense, when he's out, there's no bigger injury to a defensive squad, let alone offense as well, in this league right now. He's as close to being a quarterback that you'd lose on defense as there is in a league. And I feel horrible for the 49ers, but more so for Fred. He'll be back, great player, but it's going to be really hard. You've lost 2 of the 10, 8, 5 best players in the league on defense. I don't see how you overcome this one. At least, you can, I guess, if you get a little lucky and get some help. But this one would be very, very difficult for me to stomach, and it already is, and I'm not even on the team. Hard to do.
Nobody can answer this question better than you, Sean Salisbury, joining us, a guy that carved out a career under center, dealt with injury, dealt with coaches that did or mostly probably didn't believe in you, weren't as patient. And when we talk about these teams, Daniel Jones, Baker Mayfield, when we look around the league, Sam Darnold, yes. Mac Jones. Are at the same time, you've got Trevor Lawrence, who's been there, who looks like he's starting to come into his own, a Drake May, a Jordan Love. I don't know what to believe. Are they not sticking with these guys long enough, Sean? What is the lesson out of all of this?
Well, first off, we are ridiculous in our instant gratification that everybody's supposed to look like Mahomes does 6 years in when they're rookies.
Yeah.
He didn't look like it either. That's why he was on the bench till the last game of the season as a rookie. But even in their infancy, second, third year, this is it's not the hardest thing to do in sports. I would imagine have Randy Johnson throw you 103 and then throw you an 85-mile-an-hour hook and an Uncle Charlie for you to swing to hit that.
Yeah.
Forget. And plus, I'm scared to death to stand in against the guy who when he unleashes, he's 4 feet from home plate, right? That's the hardest thing to do. But the hardest position to play in sports is quarterback. Not because I played it, but when you got to know all 22, fast moving, get the ball out, throw it accurately, lead, be willing to take the blame when your team sucks, and be willing to get all the things that come with playing the position. And we are ridiculous in our expectations early on. If we were, Jordan Love wouldn't be a Packer. We'd just run him out after 2 years because Aaron Rodgers was there and go. Sam Darnold, Sam Darnold would have been out of the league if he wasn't persistent and everybody knowing the guy can play and get with the right coach. One is they got to be coached properly, and not everybody coaches them properly. That I can promise you. And the mechanics of it. And then we got to see them in action more than 3 games or 5 games. And maybe is it a novel concept, guys? And I always laugh when people say, well, look who the players he has around him, great players. Of course he's good. Well, isn't that the draft? Isn't that where Montana had good players?
Mm-hmm.
Brady had some good players.
Yeah.
Manning had some good players. That's what we're all trying to get to. Archie Manning didn't have good players. He would have been in the Hall of Fame. He would have. He got his brains beat in. But, you got to get a little lucky, too. We're ridiculous in our evaluation, and we got to allow it to happen. Now, there are some that these so-called expert evaluators and scouts and front office people go try to get, and quite frankly, they overdraft them because they're desperate, because they know a fan base. We got to get a guy. We got to get a guy. And then you throw them right in when your team's not good. And here's the craziest thing. Most teams drafting guys that high, their team wasn't good. So now he's going to be on a roster that's not good. And by the time the roster starts to get good, 3 years in, you've replaced him. It's ridiculous that we go through this, but that's where we are with the way the money is. And a lot of these guys, you just named three, Darnold, Mayfield, and Daniel Jones, would be either journeyman backups do it. Carson Wentz is even playing good football again. Think about this. So sometimes comfortability, proper coaching, change of scenery, and a little patience can be good. But you also, those guys ingrained in their DNA has to be some fight, because it would have been easy for those guys to say, screw this. Yeah. And they didn't. And here they are now. And I think, to me, anybody who gets kicked in the teeth and hits their rock bottom, whatever their rock bottom is, and comes out the other side, give me that guy more than somebody who's never had adversity. I'm going to beat you more than you're going to beat me. I'm good with the Baker Mayfields of the world.
Well, that's the time we have, Sean. The way I see it, I get off at 10. I could be on the course by 10:30. You and I play 9. We're done by 1:30. You're back in the studio at 2 for your 2 to 6 show. I'm going to have the boss call you. It's all about golf.
If the boss wants to elevate, I'm being a wise ass, but if the boss wants to elevate 2 to 6 and get us on the golf course and offer me some Mountain Mike's pizza,
damn right.
I'm in.
You're damn right. All right.
I'm in.
Congrats, Sean.
Thanks, Sean.
We'll talk to you this week. Congrats.
You guys,
Love you too.
Appreciate you and your respect. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you, brother. Bye-bye. That is that's Sean Salisbury. We'll take a break. One thing with Sean, he's always going to bring the energy no matter what the subject is, because he's a pro. Much like American Energy Home Pros. Why are they Home Pros and not American Energy Heating and Air? Yeah, because they now are heating, air, and plumbing. They're just your home pros. I think by the end of the year they should do housekeeping, maybe appliances. Just do the whole thing, one-stop shop. Right now, though, it's HVAC, it's plumbing, and they have been in business since 1981. This is a family-owned company, A-plus Better Business Bureau. Great people over there, great deals. They want to be your second opinion partner. They want to come in and see whatever bid you got from whatever plumber or HVAC person you may have called first mistakenly. And they want to beat that. They want to save you money. Give them a call at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. Right now, 10% off any plumbing. And, of course, if you are a club member, 10% off of anything, HVAC, plumbing, whatever. AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable. First coaching firing in the NFL. 4-down territory. We'll talk about that next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app.
For over 90 years, Hagen Oaks has partnered with the biggest brands in golf to bring cutting-edge technology to your game. Our one-of-a-kind total game fitting offers a level of experience and precision that is unmatched. From driver to putter, footwear to golf balls, our TrackMan-powered performance studios, 3D footwear scanner, and Ping's Ballnamic ball fitting kiosk ensure every piece of your gear is tailored to your swing. Trust the experts at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Total game fitting starts here.
This 49ers Red Zone Report is being brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
The handoff to McCaffrey. McCaffrey up the middle. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Ball will be set near hash. Here it comes from left to right. It's on its way. Plenty of distance, and it is good. Left to right. Morstead to hold. Good snap. Kick is on its way, and it is right on through. Pipes another one for Pinero's fourth field goal attempt. It is up. It is on its way, and of course, it is good.
Ready, set, win big. When the 49ers win, you score. With 49% off any large pizza, only at Mountain Mike's Pizza. Celebrate every game day with your favorites from our legendary crispy, curly pepperoni, bold sauced up wings, garlic butter drenched sides, and gooey sweet desserts, all hot, fresh, and built for a Niners victory. Download the Mountain Mike's app, join Mountain Rewards, and turn every Niners win into a pizza party. Let's go Niners. Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Hey everyone, it's Kyle Draper here. If you're in the market for a new car, let me tell you about my experience with Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. From the moment I walked into their state-of-the-art showroom, I knew I was making the right choice. There was no pressure from the sales staff, and if I'm being honest, I felt like a kid in a candy store. I settled on the all-electric EQS SUV, and let me tell you why. First of all, the comfort. After a long day at work, I actually look forward to being in my car. It has several different massage settings, including my favorite, hot relaxing back. Plus, the seat heating and cooling features are perfect for the hot summer or those chilly mornings. Mercedes-Benz has the reputation of making the finest cars in the world. Now it's your turn to experience what I already know. Mercedes-Benz of Stockton is the best car buying experience you'll ever have. They're just a short drive down I-5, or you can shop online anytime at mbofstockton.com. That's mbofstockton.com, and tell them Drape sent you.
A men's health moment with Revive Men's Health.
Low testosterone can impact your energy, muscle tone, focus, and mood. A free testosterone check and personalized treatment plan from Revive Men's Health can help you feel like yourself again.
Learn more at ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Sinners and Saints is back at the venue at Thunder Valley, Saturday, October 25th.
Don't miss the Michael Jackson tribute concert, the $5,000 costume contest, and more. Don't have FOMO checking your social media, seeing your friends posted from the party.
Get your tickets now at ThunderValleyResort.com.
Yeah, the Sactown Sports golf team would definitely take a step up.
Yeah.
With old Sal's.
Wow, kick me off the team.
No. You, me. Never.
How's your game, Chris?
You know what? It's not as bad as it was last year.
How many times have you played golf in the last 5 years?
0.
How many times have you played golf in your life?
10.
Oh.
So why is it better this year?
Because he hasn't hit a bogey.
I'm trying to remember, when was our putting thing?
Oh, wait, you were there this last time?
Yeah.
What was that?
May,
yeah.
And I did better than I did the year before.
Huh. There's that. I can't remember which year he was there. I guess it was last year. They all run together. I feel like it's going to come up again.
He was only there once.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that was the only one.
Yeah, but
that was me, you, him, Alan, and Marsh, right?
Yeah. There was also 4-down territory.
Yeah.
Question 1, first down.
We had our first coaching firing the other day. Do you think we will get another in-season firing? And if so, who?
We're definitely getting another in-season
Ooh,
firing.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
100%. I don't think it's going to be the Jets and the Saints. They have brand new coaches.
Right.
Titans just did theirs. Maybe Stefanski with the Browns. Maybe.
Isn't he a 2-time coach of the year? That means nothing.
It ain't going to be John Harbaugh. It was going to be Brian Daboll, but
is it Miami?
It's Miami. Yeah, it's going to be. Honestly, I'm surprised McDaniel hasn't been fired.
I actually am too.
I actually thought he was going to be fired, and then they pulled out that Jets win 27-21. And then they looked good against, they're just a 3-point loss to the and by the way, 6-point loss to the Patriots, 3-point loss to the Panthers, 2-point loss to the Chargers. Like you can make an argument. I get it. Loss is a loss is a loss, but they're fighting. But it just smells like, and then you got your quarterback talking about team meetings in public and getting chastised by the coach. Yeah, I think he's on his last leg.
He has lasted longer than I thought based on the early talks. I'm like, ooh, it's just a matter of time. But yeah, I would say that's the best candidate.
Yeah, 100%. Second down.
Another week with 2 Monday Night Football games coming up. But this time we have a 4 o'clock start and a 7 o'clock start. That is a way to do it?
Yes, that is the way to do it.
Staggered?
Now, sorry, East Coasters. They're like, 10 o'clock. Blah. But then people out here are going to be like, 4 o'clock, I don't get off till 5. Blah, blah, blah. Well, that's how you... First off...
What do we got anyway? What is it?
First one's a badass. Bucks at Lions.
Okay.
That's a great game. Honestly, Texans Seahawks ain't too bad either. Texans at Seahawks. Well, I'm just saying. I will say this.
Why are they doing this?
I don't know, dude. That's what I was just gonna say.
It feels like there's now 1 million games overseas.
Yeah,
like we have a bunch this year, and the 2 Monday nights.
But you know what I keep coming back to? Kind of hard to argue with them.
They know what they're doing. Yes.
I would say this, Jason. Let me ask you a question. Here, I'll give you the $250,000 question.
Okay.
I'm going to give you, Chris, you too. The Buccaneers, Lions, Texans, and Seahawks all play Monday night. True or false? All 4 of those teams will play at least one playoff game.
False.
The Seahawks are currently tied with the Niners and the Rams, of course, tiebreakers aside, for first place in the NFC West. The Houston Texans are 2-3. They are in third place. They are 2 games, 2.5.
That's the one I'm most worried about.
Yeah, same. You know what, guys? I'm going to say true.
Okay.
Let's write that down and remember that.
Write it down.
Remember that.
Tell everybody.
I don't know why they're doing it. This is the way. Yeah, stagger them. Stagger them, make it happen. But it's just
staggered.
And then I feel really bad for all these new English fans. Midnight and whatever time the next one's at. 3.
New English.
Old English.
Old English fans. Third down.
Baltimore and Buffalo have the bye this week. Who needs it more?
Patrick in the chat says, why do they keep messing with Whitey? He and Dave and Phantom were the best Sac radio. I don't think I've ever done a shift with those two. No, I've never. Have I?
Not that I know of.
No. I was with Phantom on Don's show. Actually, I don't think Whitey and I have ever done a show together. Maybe a show.
Okay.
Like a fill-in. That's kind of weird when you think about it, by the way. But yeah. Have you?
Yeah. With Whitey.
Yeah. Who needs to buy more? Baltimore, excuse me. They're
just to get Lamar healthy.
Yeah, 100%. Look, their go button is Lamar Jackson, period. And you can see how it affects absolutely everybody. I mean, look, Derrick Henry's not hurt, but you take away Lamar Jackson's ability to do what Lamar does and open things up for Derrick Henry, and he looks fairly pedestrian. You look at that for game 1, 18 carries, 169 yards, 2 touchdowns. Now, he did have 122 yards against the Rams, but 33, 42, 50, and 23 in between those 200-yard games. That's tough, man. Look, Buffalo has some injuries, don't get me wrong.
But not like
Baltimore. Baltimore needs this badly.
They do. And if they're going to have a run, they got to get going. They need their guy back. And so, yeah, it's Baltimore.
First, Darren.
Do you think the injuries to both Fred Warner and Nick Bosa forced the 49ers to make a trade for a talented defensive player?
I think they needed to do that before Fred Warner got hurt. We were talking about that before Warner got hurt. Now, to John Lynch's credit, he's got to kind of walk this tightrope of this team teetering, but also you've got teams, too, that are maybe just a game or two away from going, all right, we're done. Like, season ain't happening. And maybe that's kind of where the Bengals are right now, I think. And the Bengals are and Hendrickson are a long-rumored target for John Lynch. By the way, we also, I also want to be careful. It's not just, John, do something, like the meme where you're poking him with a stick. It might be, I've inquired on Hendrickson like 12 times, dude, and they want a first, a second, and a third. What do you want me to do? Like, we don't know what's going on. Here's the deal, though. The Bengals are 2-4. Who do the Bengals play this weekend? They play the Steelers.
Thursday. Yeah,
yeah, that's right. So the Steelers are in first place in that division. If in fact the Steelers win, the Bengals would be 2-5. The Steelers would be 5-1. They'd be effectively 3.5 games back, 4.5 games back, plus the tiebreaker. And they're not getting in as a wild card, not in the AFC. So that's just one example. You got the Dolphins that you may want to check in on as well. There's some carcasses you can pick pieces off of. But yeah, if they want to contend at all, you have to make a deal.
I like the way Sean put it too. It's like the 49ers need to think about, do they believe they can win the Super Bowl?
That's right.
And I think Shanahan's coached very well. I think the fact that they didn't fall apart without Brock Purdy. They've got the injury excuse out there, but with that, they've swept the first half of those division games. They're in first place. They're 4-2. I really think they need to think about it, and because this is still a window here. Kittle's coming back. They're going to get some of the receivers back. Purdy should be back. You need help on defense, and I think they have to. I think they have to go for it.
Let me ask you this. If they've got a trade on the line for a player that is going to help right the ship, but Kyle Shanahan, Jed York, and John Lynch all go around the room and say, will this guy allow us to win a Super Bowl? If the answer is anything but yes, do you still make the deal? Because whatever deal they make, they're going to have to sacrifice something for short-term gain.
Yeah.
If they can't win a Super Bowl, is it worth it to get to the NFC Championship? Is it worth it to win 1 or 2 playoff games?
Well, I think you're only doing it thinking what you're doing is going to get you there. But, yeah, I mean, if it costs you, I don't even know, Ayuk or something, it's
that's fine.
Yeah, I know. I'm
right,
trying
but
to
yeah,
think
no, I got you. Ricky
Pearsall.
Yeah.
Some line. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think you have to think about it.
Yeah. Nope, I hear you.
Those championships are hard to come by.
We'll take a break. When we come back, what's hot, what's not, and we'll go streaking. I took Cheerios. How did he do? We'll find out next.
Visit SactownSports.com and join the Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter.
Hey, get in. What? Who are you? I'm future you. Constipation with belly pain still coming back? Yeah. Mia, our doctor figured it out. She said it's irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, and Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Just announced, Stockton Honda has been named #1 of California's best car dealers in 2025 by USA Today and Statista. This prestigious award is based on thousands of customer reviews and recommendations, ranking dealerships for service, value, and satisfaction. Out of hundreds evaluated, Stockton Honda is proud to be #1, recognized for all-around excellence and commitment to our customers. Visit Stockton Honda, where reputation meets the road.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-329-2121. That's 800-329-2121.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduce stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
What's hot, what's not? Brought to you by American Energy Home Pros, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergy.com to find out more.
Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room with primetime football. It's back. Capital Casino is giving away $500 per game in high-hand bonuses for every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night primetime game. Offering the best food, best service, and the best action with the most variety of games in the region and conveniently located at 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Hey, Chris.
What's that?
Who's hot?
Oh, you're putting that on me today?
I know. Sorry. I know you're just getting back.
Well, you probably thought I forgot, but I didn't. I'm going with Erling Brute Haaland. This might be maybe a second time that he's gotten what's
Full
hot.
name, huh?
Yeah. He scored a hat trick against Israel in Norway's 5-0 win, getting Norway to the World Cup. He's also the fastest player to get to 50 goals in international play. He did that in 46 games, passing. I don't know. I lost it on here.
Passing who? We don't know. It's a mystery. You don't know?
You don't know?
No, I'm looking for it, but I
Lou
lost
Gehrig.
Lou Gehrig. Yep, correct.
Erling Haaland passed Lou Gehrig.
Lou Gehrig for most games played by a guy with an. Nope, Erling Haaland doesn't have an O in his name. Erling. With an E in his name. Yeah.
You sure?
Nope. Who's not?
Batters against the Dodgers.
Uh-huh.
Over the last 30 games, going back to the regular season against Dodgers starters, they have lost. Dang it.
Dude, you're killing it.
Yeah. I'm trying to get back in the. Anyways, they've lost a bunch. Going against the Dodgers, 1.49 ERA. Their batting average is 144, and they have 214 strikeouts.
Okay. Two things. Number one, did you happen to see the clip of Boban Marjanovic on ESPN? I think it was yesterday. I was talking to Kenneth Perkins and others, and they were saying they were talking to him. So Boban's 7'4", and they were talking about his recent conversation he had with Victor Wembanyama. He was like, yeah, dude, because Victor changed his height. Like he grew
again.
Yeah, and Boban was like, I'm 7'4" in bare feet, and I was looking up at him, and I know I was looking – I'm paraphrasing. I know I was looking up at him.
I don't know. That's a killer Bobanovic.
Thank you. He goes, I was looking up at him because I know this because I don't look up to anyone. And he's
Great impression.
taller than me. Thank you. And Windhorse says, yeah, legitimately, like, I don't know what it is with, like, Durant went through this thing too. Like, he's almost 7 foot tall, but he's been listed at 6'10" his whole career pretty much.
I think he is 7 feet.
I agree with you. I don't know what it is with these guys. I'd be like on my tiptoes. I want to be as tall as possible. But Windhorst said he thinks Wemby would measure 7'7". Say 7'7".
Wow.
And dude, like, what? He's not even 21 yet.
Well, do you see that picture the other day of him dunking with his feet on the ground?
Yes. Did you see him talking to Muggsy Bogues on the sideline? Mm-hmm. Oh my God, that was great. 7'7" with that skill set, where he can go between the legs and behind the back and shoot a 3-point jumper.
If you make that character on 2K, like people are yelling at it. That's not a real thing.
No, it's like it's like a bunch of unicorns had a unicorn. It's whatever a unicorn is to a unicorn.
Yeah, what does a unicorn to a unicorn?
I don't know. Like what? Huh?
A horse.
Also, before we get to streaking, I was thinking about something during the break because we were talking about Cincinnati, Miami, carcasses to pick off of.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make anybody angry. This is a legit question. Does John Lynch call the Raiders?
Should.
Because I'll tell you right now, Max Crosby would fit in really well with the Niners. And Raiders fan, if you're listening, my pitch to you is this. I'm not trying to do the let's pick off the carcass and leave you alone. And if I'm the Raiders, I say, sure, we'll give you Max Crosby and we'll give you that contract. We're at a different place right now. But it's going to cost you some serious draft capital. And Raider fan, if you're sitting here right now, like, I'm sorry, I hate to break it to you, you're not making the playoffs, right? It's not happening. So you're not making the playoffs this year. We're a third of the way. There's still 2/3 left. If you have the opportunity to get some pretty decent draft capital and then on maybe a young player, and then on top of that, get that money off your books. Unless you're just being stubborn, dude, you have to do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, let's go streaking.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Time to go streaking.
We're going streaking!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing?
Streaking!
Well, we weren't. Nobody has a streak going at all. But, Chris just gave us who's hot.
It was great!
And who's not. And mentioning the Brewers hitters against the Dodgers are not hot. Considering that you and I both took Brewers, let's see how we did yesterday. You took Jackson Chourio. Cheerios. He led off the game with a home run, did he?
Hey, he did, didn't he?
1 for 4 with the home run.
And everything was great after that, and the Brewers won 11-2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I took William Contreras, so also part of that vaunted Brewers lineup. He got up 4 times, and he went 0 for 4.
Billy C.
It was great!
Well, Chris wasn't here, so I'm sure he picked somebody that was 0 for 9. But
why are you making fun of me?
I don't know why. Why would I do that?
Yeah, why?
Anthony was here, and he picked Fred E.
Fred E for you.
For Fred E. Freeman. He got up 5 times. He got 1 hit.
Well, whatever.
Okay.
Who cares?
Chris got 0 for 9.
What a buried eagle. All right, give me
today it's Toronto, Seattle.
Give me give me Dumper. The dump.
Caleb Raleigh?
Yes, Caleb Raleigh.
Okay. I'm going to take George Springer.
I'm going to take Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Okay. The picks are in, everybody.
Campeo on the chat, who has, by the way, a Raider logo as his icon. So, just context here is. I wonder, I mean, I'm not making fun of him. I honestly wonder if he is representative of most Raider fans. So this is what I'm afraid of. He says, wow, 2-4 versus 4-2, meaning, Raiders versus Niners. And so I said, hey, do you think you're making the playoffs, dude? He said, one team is injured. If the Bears game was different with a made field goal, we're 3-3. Yeah, and if I had a nice set of teeth and a smaller head and a smaller nose, I'd be a model. But that's not the reality we're dealing with right now. And lost a few pounds and had, a lot of other things. But,
Hey, what's your ring telling you? How you doing? Funny you should ask.
So Campeo still thinks there's a chance they're making the playoffs. So this is why the Raiders, the reason the Raiders perpetually suck is they literally have the dumbest fan base in the
That's why?
That's why.
Well, and,
everything every fan
and Mark
does.
Davis, too. But my God, come on, man.
That would mean the Dodgers would lose every single World Series if that were the case.
No, you're right. No, that's an excellent point. Oh, my ring. Yeah. How am I doing? How am I doing? All right.
Are the numbers still in the red?
This has become the bane of my existence, dude. So these are scores out of 100. All right. I am 74% ready for the day.
Is that okay?
No, it's not.
Oh.
It's
What's your average, though? Are these averages, or is this just today?
This is just today. My average is probably around 80. I was down after last night. I had a sleep score in the 80s yesterday. Last night, though, 69.
Nice.
5 hours and 13 minutes of total sleep. That's actually really good for me. I mean, that's better than I normally get. It's usually in the 4s. 88% efficiency, good restfulness, 1 hour and 2 minutes of REM sleep. That can be better. It's in light red. I had 49 minutes of deep sleep, but my timing was optimal. So there's that. And I haven't experienced stress yet today. 0 minutes of stress. Yesterday I had 14 minutes of stress. But the funny thing is...
Do you remember what it was?
Yeah, I do, as a matter of fact, which is why this ring needs to figure it out a little bit. That 14 minutes of stress came exactly when I was chopping all the vegetables for the potato cheese soup.
While listening to D'Angelo?
I was listening to D'Angelo. I was chopping potato, celery, and onions. And I had the Dodgers-Brewers game on silent, but still.
It's going to be interesting to see those numbers during the Kings season.
Dude,
you've had 3 hours of stress.
There's a thing here that posts like my daily heart rate. So like right now, my heart rate is around 80 beats per minute.
Whoa.
Yeah. Is that a lot?
It's pretty high.
It does?
Really? I have a low heart rate, but I was like the other day when I was going, I was like at 49 or 52 or something.
Whoa.
Yeah, mine's really low.
Dude, my sleeping heart rate range last night was 67 to 85.
You running?
Oh, God.
No, it's fine.
No.
What's an average heart rate?
I don't know.
I think it's about 60.
Okay, so you're good. What is an average heart rate?
Yeah, do that. Am I having
According to Mayo Clinic, a normal resting heart rate for adults ranges from 60 to 100 beats per minute.
You're fine.
God dang, guys.
You're fine.
100 seems really high.
It does.
What is my heart
So
rate?
what is your resting right now? You're just sitting here and it's
I'm
what,
just
70
sitting here.
something?
Hold on. Well, because it took it like 15 minutes ago. Now I'm very curious to see. Now I wonder what it is after that. All right, so we're doing a live measure of my heart rate right now. Measuring and measuring. This is off the watch, so 102. You guys freaked me out, man. Yeah.
Wow, I had 5 minutes of stress at 8:55. What was that?
Remember when they hooked up that meter to Gavin Maloof during the playoff game? And that is something I do and don't want to do someday. Just hook up a heart rate meter to me. Actually, this will be able to show us. Yeah. We'll be able to see what the heart rate range was, let's say, between 7 and 10 p.m. on a Kings night. Yeah, I don't like that. We'll take a break. Hey, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, you've waited for it. When we return, the season debut of the one, the only, Kings analyst, Katie Christensen. She joins us next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sactown Sports and the Sactown Sports app.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Constipation with belly pain that keeps coming back and back and back. If your symptoms keep coming back, talk to your doctor. It could be irritable bowel syndrome with constipation or IBS-C. Linzess could help you get ahead of it. Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away.
Another one for Pinheiro. His 4th field goal attempt. It is up. It is on its way. And, of course, it is good.
Ready, set, win big. When the 49ers win, you score with 49% off any large pizza only at Mountain Mike's Pizza. Celebrate every game day with your favorites from our legendary crispy, curly pepperoni, bold sauced up wings, garlic butter drenched sides, and gooey sweet desserts, all hot, fresh, and built for a Niners victory. Download the Mountain Mike's app, join Mountain Rewards, and turn every Niners win into a pizza party. Let's go Niners. Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's happening for the Drive Into Fall event?
When it comes to getting the right truck, options are important. So this month at Hoblet, you have 2 options that will save you thousands. Right now, save up to $9,000 off MSRP on the brand new 2026 Ram 1500 Crew Cabs. Or you can save thousands on finance charges with 0% interest for 60 months.
I'm sorry, did you just say 0% financing? I thought those days were long gone.
Not at Hoblet. We're always looking for ways to save you money. Plus, we have Northern California's best selection of Ram trucks with hundreds of new Rams available.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
9,000 total net savings on select new 2026 Ram 1500 Laramie after 6,000 factory rebates and 3,500 dealer discounts. Rebates include 2,000 select inventory bonus cash, 500 on the job upfit, must show eligible upfit. Special 0% for 60-month financing in lieu of rebates. No down payment required on approved credit. Must have 700 plus FICO to qualify. 1666 per thousand borrowed. 5% savings. See dealer for details.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your flagship station for the Beam Team.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom!
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Get busy. Oh, I'm back. Okay, in a moment. But right now, speaking of Mountain Mike's earlier in the show, $50 gift card for you. All you got to do is guess the player in the highlight. Chris plays a highlight from the Niners' last game, the loss to the Bucks, but he'll delete the player. You call in it, 1-800-920-1140. Tell us who the player was. That's it. You got Mountain Mike's Pizza this Sunday for football.
Okay.
Chris, roll tape.
I formation. Use check the lead blocker. The handoff to up the middle. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers.
Well, I didn't hear who it was.
I didn't know who was it. It said handoff up the middle. Well, I don't know who it was.
How are we supposed to know?
How the heck are we supposed to know? I guess you better have listened to the game. Well, that's a real tough one. Of course, not a ton to choose from. 1-800-920-1140. Chris is screening the call. I could have just taken the call. This should be this. If we don't get this on the first try, then I give up.
Wow.
I'm just saying. Come on, people. Everybody knows it was Roger Craig. Everybody knows. Line one. Farhan.
What's going on, guys?
I hope your answer is close hand to the right answer, because I want you to have pizza, buddy. Who's the player we were talking about?
McCaffrey for the first rushing touchdown of the year for the Niners.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Chris, roll
I
tape.
formation. Use check the lead blocker. The handoff to McCaffrey. McCaffrey up the middle. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers.
Well, looky here. Our good friend Farhan's got himself a $50 gift card to Mountain Mike's Pizza, all for just being a Niner fan and listening, and also listening to the station as well. We appreciate that. Enjoy your pizza, big guy.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Dave, are we getting Kings Rewind for preseason?
We had mini rewind.
We had very mini rewind.
Yeah. Just look for it for the regular season, and you will enjoy.
Okay. Chris just said line 6 in my ear, and I recognize that area code. So I thought she was going to be on camera today. Oh. I guess we're getting the phone version, making her.
That's a bummer.
We
still enjoy talking.
We still enjoy talking. The chat line's let down. They're freaking. They're having a riot. Joining us right now, the analyst for your Sacramento Kings and our dear friend, the busiest girl in the world, the one, the only, Katie Lauren Christensen. Good morning.
Good morning. I just love how we use our full government name. Do you want me to go that route, David?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Do you even? Hey, hold on. Do you even know my middle name?
Yes.
You do. What does it start with?
Yes.
Was
an
it
A?
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's relax. Hey, how do you feel about you? We were trying to figure it out. I think you might be our only guest that is not actually on camera now. We've switched them all. How do you feel about being on camera this year, in the future?
I am adamantly against it.
How do you really feel?
I told you. What? But the thing is,
as someone that's on camera all the time,
right? No, and I get that. Here's the thing, though, because trust me, with our other guests too, like you just got to throw a hat on. You don't have to get all gussied up.
So, Dave, I mean, you shouldn't be on camera either.
I agree with you. No, when you're right, you're right. I'm the last guy that. Katie should be on camera 100,000 billion times more than me. So we got a little switcheroo here.
Yeah. Well, I'm so sorry to disappoint.
No, it's not.
But I'm really not. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't want to look
adamantly against it.
Before we get into the meat and potatoes, for those listening that don't talk to you in the off season, highlights, lowlights. How was the off season for you, Katie?
It was good. It went really fast. More like fun stuff in the family. You know, we had our normal trips to our family ranch, but the Hubs was on another season of Survivor, so we're excited for that to come out in February. So it's been entertaining, adventurous, and it went too quickly.
What was the biggest home project you took on this summer?
Oh gosh, you know what? I don't really. I painted my kids' bathroom and decorated that and redid their bathroom. That's probably the biggest one.
Okay. Did you repair or replace or restore any antique furniture?
No, I did not. You know what? All the projects came at home on the ranch. We painted a barn that hasn't been painted in 40 years.
Wow.
And so we had to do a bunch of repairs to that. And, you know, it's a big one. So we had to, you know, we rented one of those lifts and we repaired a whole side of that barn. We had to replace it and, you know, do the foundation. So that's probably the biggest project. And, you know, we have a few houses on our property and we put a couple little units up on Airbnb. So that was an adventure. So yeah, that's about what I did.
Pretty busy.
And then I guess lastly, because we got an update on the whole clan. I know you got the kiddos, but what, if any, Survivor fallout has there been since we last talked?
No fallout. No,
not a bad way. I just mean, you know, whatever.
But a second season.
No. Yeah. Yes, a second season. So he was asked to be on season 50, which is an awesome deal, like really cool. And so there will be a lot of stuff to look forward to that. And that's about all I can say.
Can you tell us anything like who wins, details about everything?
Just us.
Just all of that? No one's listening?
Yeah, no one's listening. Yeah, certainly. I'll divulge that information for you. And then, you know, get, you know, packed away to jail or something, I'm sure.
That'd be funny. But then you could be on camera.
Oh, yeah.
Worth it. You have a collect call. All right. So as our calls generally go, with the exception of the Beam Team year, I generally run negative. You and Jason run, I won't say
Jason's
positive.
a professional and asks real questions.
Yeah.
And you ask about, you know, what food I'm looking forward to eating the most.
No. I'm going to ask you a Kings question.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So what are some things I can look forward to this season? Because I'm having trouble finding some. Help me out.
Well, I think one of the big things for me is just obviously there's a lot of change this year. You have an entirely new front office. You've got a lot of new staff, including a new coaching staff. Obviously, I think every year you go in kind of excited about the rookies, and I'm really excited, obviously with what we've seen in preseason and summer league. And, I'm super excited to see Doug's imprint on this team. And I'm, have been to practices during training camp, and there's a huge difference. And I'm kind of a defensive oriented person. Like, don't get me wrong. I love offense and I love, watching, kind of fast paced play in the NBA, like Beam Team, obviously, when that, happened a couple of years ago, that was, incredibly entertaining and exciting. But as we're seeing, like, more and more teams in the NBA are realizing that, defense has to factor in on a much larger scale. And with what I've seen at practices, it's like they're doing things that I've never seen in NBA practices, which is awesome, because I've said it on the broadcast, umpteen times of just, I think everyone has this preconception that at this level, you should know defense. You should be able to, why can't they do that? Why aren't they doing that correctly? And why are these breakdowns happening? But I've said, over and over that defense, just like offense, is something that you have to drill. Like, you have to put in the time. And I think especially when there are some teams that have, multiple kind of defensive-minded stoppers, right? But when you have a team that's not the general makeup of just a bunch of, defensive stalwarts, if you will, it's super, super important from a team perspective to drill it and to really, really work that skill, so that as a team, as the five guys out there on the floor, it puts you in a much better position. And we're seeing that. And, obviously Bobby Jackson and Doug have a long friendship and relationship, and they're kind of the same mindset when it comes to defense. And I think one of the things that Doug has done tremendously well, watching practices, is he really lets his assistants put their imprint on a team. Not all head coaches are that way. And Bobby is doing a fantastic job with, the defense and the drills and preparing these guys, holding these guys accountable. And, that's all at Doug's behest. So that's something that I personally am looking forward to. And I just want to put a little bit of a, warning on there. Like, no one's ever going to be perfect all the time. It's not going to happen overnight, but I think the groundwork is being laid in a really fantastic way.
Yeah, Katie, on that note, I'm thinking about that, where obviously I know Doug has addressed it and taled about it. So whether it's the point
Hold
of
on, Jason, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah.
We have breaking news right now. Okay. Chris, are you in there? We got breaking news. Perfect timing here, and not much of a surprise.
When it breaks,
we have it first.
It's Sactown Sports breaking news.
Sean Salisbury has just announced the Sacramento Kings have signed 9-time NBA All-Star Russell Westbrook. Jeff Schwartz of Excel Sports Management has told that to ESPN. He will enter his 18th season. Shams adds Westbrook and the Kings maintain communication all offseason as Sacramento search for point guard depth. He has bonds with Sabonis, DeRozan, and Zach Lavine, history with B.J. Armstrong on the agency side, and a shared respect for Scott Perry and Doug Christie.
Wow.
There you go. Welcome in, Katie Christensen. Because honestly, if the Kings needed anything, they needed more depth in the backcourt. Russell Westbrook, your newest Sacramento Kings. Jason, your thoughts?
Well, I'll let Katie react to that.
Katie,
too,
your thoughts?
First. Yeah.
Analyze.
Yeah. I had a feeling that might be happening. Obviously, It's something that we heard throughout the offseason as a possibility, but I think the injury to Keegan Murray is even more incentive to shore up some depth in some areas where you can grab a guy like Russell Westbrook. And listen, I think he's one of the most unfairly portrayed players in the league, because to average a triple double, I think, if memory serves from all of my prep over the years, it's 2 years he averaged a triple double in this league.
Yeah.
He's not a schlep. And his time in Denver, I really felt there was a true resurgence of his game just because he was being used correctly. So I'm excited. I had a feeling that this might be coming, and it's just, kismet that it happens while we're on air, yeah?
Yeah. How about that?
Well,
I'm curious. Like, obviously, it's still, we have a game tonight. We're going to be broadcasting that. That'll be our first TV broadcast tonight from Golden One. I'm sure, I highly doubt that he would be a part of that. But obviously ready for season opener a week from today. My goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. I mean, to think about that. So there's a lot to digest here. Let's kind of stick with this part with him. I mean, there's the breaking news of signing Westbrook. Obviously, Katie, they signed Schroeder to be the point guard. There's a lot of other guards that can handle the ball, can maybe facilitate or be decision makers, but obviously the Kings felt there was a need to get someone that has played that position a lot more than a Keon or a Carter or Malik. So what do you think his impact will be as kind of that backup veteran point guard?
Yeah, I mean, I think you nailed it just in the sense of a veteran presence, right? His experience, he's a high motor guy, someone that will commit himself to the defensive end. And one thing I do know about Doug, and I think this really helps in a large degree, and I don't want to portray that it's a necessity and that coaches that haven't, played at this level don't, garner the same amount of respect. But it's just a different form of respect when you're playing for a guy that has gone through what you're going through. And, it kind of takes me back, and I know we've talked about this, the story we were in Boston last year, and we had talked about it on the broadcast that DeMar DeRozan, played a whole, highlight reel of Doug Christie playing defense when he was in the league. And the whole point of him doing that was listen, guys, he's not asking us to do anything that he hasn't done himself. And so that gets me back to, the respect that is garnered from a former player that is a head coach in this league. And I think that Russell Westbrook is a guy that obviously is going to relate to that. Doug's going to demand a lot from everybody. He's going to hold everybody accountable. And I think that not only what he can do on the floor, but I think that his voice is going to be an important one in the Kings locker room, because we just don't have a lot of guys that are those vocal types. Malik is a very vocal guy, but it's based in kind of directness and humor. And so you need a variance in the type of voices that you're getting in the locker room. And I think that is one thing that Russ definitely will bring, is a voice that is respected in the locker room.
Katie Christensen joining us. It's interesting. The Kings are massively overweight in the backcourt. I mean, weight. I mean, they've got now a ton of guards and, ones and twos. The front court is lacking in depth, especially with Keegan out for a couple of months at least. The things about Russ is he will bring fire. He will bring intensity. He's a walking icon, especially to the younger players. I mean, literally a walking legend, living legend. Rolling.
Well, he's a guard that can rebound, and that hurts with Keegan out for sure.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I will add this on the other end. Since he left Oklahoma City, this will now be his sixth team in 6 seasons. Last year for the Denver Nuggets. He averaged, where are you here, 13 points, and I think it's important to add the minutes here. He played, I'm looking at totals. Give me a second. Here we go. In 28 minutes a game, he averaged 13 points, 6 boards, 5 boards, 6 assists, 1.5 steals, a half a block on splits of 45, 32, and 66. So, look, we're not talking about your daddy's Russ Westbrook here. Obviously, he's on the tail end, and this is the Jerry Rice on the Broncos phase of his career. But this is going to be an important voice in the locker room, and it will give Doug Christie and Scott Perry the veteran point guard leadership they've been looking for, along with Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah, Dave, you're right. Is there a question?
Okay, no, I'll ask it. You're right. That was kind of a stupid lead-in. Because I was running through. But does this move make sense for the Kings? Ultimately?
I think it does.
Okay.
Again, I think it does, because Scott Perry and his front office is in an interesting position, right? He's coming in with a team that is basically been put together by his predecessor. He was, I think, with the picks that they had, in the draft, they did a phenomenal job with the talent that they got. And this isn't an overnight thing, and I'm sure fans love hearing that. But I think that is refreshing in the sense that I have sat down and met with Scott Perry one-on-one, which, by the way, has never happened in my history in this league. I've never sat down one-on-one with a general manager and just been able to talk and get a feel for, kind of their philosophy, where they're going, how they intend on building team, coaching staffs, all of that. And so I think the thing that is important when you're in a situation like the Sacramento Kings, it's tough for a general manager to come in and not feel like they just have to make all these massive changes because, they want to put their stamp on it. I don't think that because of the market that the Kings are in, that they're ever at the luxury of doing that. And so I think that, when you look at signing a guy like Russ, that's an indication of saying, okay, like we have an idea, but we also have our hands tied to a certain extent because this is happening on October 15th. We had an injury that happened during preseason that impacts us. There's nothing that he has done this offseason that screams to me reactionary move. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like they've been talking to Russ all summer. This is something that they had on their radar, and there's intent and a plan behind it.
So, this kind of ties in, Katie, to what Dave and I have been talking about with the injury to Keegan, that to address that, I feel like, me just looking at the roster, that some of their best players are backcourt players, and now you could add Russell Westbrook to that along with Monk and all the other guys that they have there. But to fill in that void while Keegan is out, do you think they'll lean going smaller or some of the bigger options that they have that maybe aren't as proven as those backcourt guys? Like, where do you think they'll go to fill the void of Keegan Murray while he's out?
I mean, I feel like they have option to go small, obviously. And I think the one good thing about Russ is he's of that backcourt, he's probably the most versatile in terms of being able to play the other side of the floor. He's a big guard. He's strong. He has the experience in the NBA, and he's defensive minded. So I think that you could play small with him and, have options, have some success there. But, when you're in Doug's situation, I think there's going to be a little bit of exploration in terms of kind of, do you go small? Can you go big? Where is that most beneficial for you? What's the circumstance in terms of, the lineup you're playing against, the team you're playing with, their style? But it's important to have options. And there's, at this point, in the season, it's not, we would say it's still off season, in the sense that we haven't started the regular season yet, but there's not a lot of options to be like, oh, we're just going to go grab a power forward. It's not available. So I think this is probably the best case scenario in terms of being able to give you some options and some versatility, even though you're leaning heavy in the backcourt.
As Katie Christensen, we will be talking to her each and every Wednesday, depending on travel and all that other stuff, as she joins us via phone.
Mm-hmm.
And, hey, you know what? We're just happy to have her. We already have people in the chat wanting to rent your Airbnb, Katie, so look out from there. We'll help do that. We just get 10%, okay?
Yeah, sure, Dave. I will definitely get you in on that for sure.
And she super meant that too. All right, that's Katie, analyst for Sacramento Kings. We'll see you next week. Talk to you soon.
All right, bye.
Thank you. Wow. How about that?
I'm just glad it finally happened between that and Kuminga.
Yeah. Well, I will say this, like if you're looking at, you can make the list of positives and negatives. I would say by far on the positive side of this one.
Yeah.
I mean, the one thing I think has been said about Russell Westbrook when he was beginning his career to his prime to where he is now, the guy is absolutely relentless. Like he is going to be competitive. He is going to battle. He is going to play hard. Now, there's there's questions all over this. Like, I don't know if the need fits this team. It's another older like there's there's lots of things. You can find positives, you can find negatives. It's not a surprise because this is something that has been rumored and now it comes to fruition. It doesn't necessarily fill the void of the front court, like Katie had said, but obviously there aren't a lot of power forwards that they see out there right now. But he will compete. He will push Schroeder. He'll push the rest of the guys. Just hopefully you get a good version of him.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
It's not a youthful direction.
I'm here for it, man.
Yeah.
This team's a platypus.
Yeah.
Let's just slap everything together. The one thing Katie said, we didn't have time, and I would love for her to help me on this. I don't know where you get that he's a defensive plus.
Westbrook?
Yeah.
He might have been at one point. I don't know that I feel that now.
No, I think he's.
I'd have to watch him more. I mean, I always feel like when I'm watching him, it's about his offense right now.
100%. Yeah, and he can rebound, which let's be honest, that helps with defense. But
I think there's an effort level, and if there's an ask to continue to guard full court,
yes,
and that's a demand. Well, I think there's another guy that will do it in spared minutes, but he needs to do that.
I just don't know how much a 36-year-old in this outpost is going to pick up front to back. Maybe he will. I know he expressed interest in being here. Last year, for example, his offensive box plus minus was minus 0.9. That was a career low compared to 8.7, for example, in 16-17. His defensive box plus minus was minus 0.2. He's actually been in a negative the last 2 years offensively. His value over replacement player was 0.5 if you want to get nerdy. Hey, man, listen. Screw it. You got two vets in the backcourt now.
Yeah, the stats you actually read for him from Denver were, honestly, they were better than I thought they would be. When you read them for per minute, I was like, I wouldn't have guessed they were. I mean, they weren't amazing, but I know he was a bench player.
Well, and the fact of the matter is with him coming off the bench and even getting,
24 minutes?
Yeah, I think it was 24 minutes a game, something like 27.9 minutes a game for Denver. Yeah, finished 7th in the Sixth Man of the Year category the last 2 seasons. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll take your phone calls. Russell Westbrook is a Sacramento King. 1-800-920-1140. Your thoughts on that? Alan Stiles will have all your coverage between 10 and 2, followed by Whitey and I have no idea. And what's on deck? Brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing. Coming up next.
San Francisco 49ers play on Sactown Sports 1140.
Touchdown 49ers! Every game on your #1 sports station. Don't miss the action on your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-838-6767. That's 800-838-6767.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So I'm a plumber and needed to get work in the door.
So business was going down the drain?
Yeah, I went to Staples. They printed yard signs, business cards, even flyers to leave at supply stores.
But at what cost, man?
Well, I saved $125 on my order, and now I'm booked solid. Boom!
Back at ya. For your business printing, Staples.
That was easy.
Now save up to $125 on custom print orders. Valid in-store and online. Ends 11/1. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
When I was a kid, I remember my dad, a lineman, leaving in the middle of the night. Families were depending on him to get their power back on to keep them safe and warm. Watching him taught me that this work isn't just about wires and circuits. It's about people and the trust they place in us when the lights go out. That's why I started Maverick Electric Heating and Air, to carry on that same promise of showing up, doing it right, and protecting families when they need us most. Visit callamaverick.com.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
This Sactown Sports 49ers report is brought to you by Kia of Vacaville, located beside the Vacaville outlets. The 49ers lose in Tampa Bay on Sunday 30-19, but far worse for San Francisco. They lose their all-pro linebacker Fred Warner for the season with a devastating broken and dislocated right ankle. San Francisco comes home to take on Atlanta for Sunday Night Football. You can catch all the action beginning at 4 o'clock right here on Sactown Sports 1140.
Football season is here at Kia of Vacaville. You can score big in a new 2025 Kia Niro LX with up to 53 MPG combined at Kia of Vacaville. Perfect for road trips, tailgates, and cruising to Levi Stadium in style and comfort. But don't wait. Inventory is limited at Kia of Vacaville, and these deals won't last long. Visit KiaVacaville.com or stop by right next to the Vacaville outlets for friendly service, easy shopping, and unbeatable value. All in one stop. Kia of Vacaville, where the adventure begins.
Hey man, gaining weight, dragging throughout the day, losing your drive? It could be your testosterone. The team at Revive Men's Health Sacramento gets men back on track with the energy and drive they've been missing. Meet Tyler, Revive Men's Health Director of Operations and witness to hundreds of success stories.
I've seen guys come in worn out, discouraged, and just not themselves. A few months into treatment, they're standing taller, speaking with more confidence. It's like watching someone come back to life. Like a light switch gets turned back on. When a spouse says, "Thank you, I really have my partner back, better than before." That's the moment it all clicks for me, and that's why I do what I do.
Since 2011, Revive Men's Health has helped more than 120,000 men regain their energy and drive. Start your story today with an in-clinic visit or a secure video appointment. Call 916-619-3000 now to book your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation. That's 916-619-3000. Or schedule anytime at ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this is going to be fun.
It's time for What's on Deck, brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing.
I haven't seen them, so I'm trying to. We don't have a lot of time left to. The only other part of this is what are the contract details?
Oh, right.
So I try to get that for you before we're done here.
So the Kings have a future Hall of Famer on their roster.
The Kings
a couple
have
of them.
two for sure, I think, in Westbrook and DeRozan. Sabonis will be. I think Sabonis is probably on track. I mean, you're a 3-time rebounding champ plus his other numbers.
And he's got more career to go. So
and then Lavine's got, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's.
So I have the list here. So there are 13. No, he's the 13th oldest active player.
Good.
Care to guess any of the other 12?
LeBron.
Number 1.
Let's see. Old players. DeRozan.
No.
Really?
He's older than DeRozan. Not by much.
So he's the oldest player on our team. Okay. Durant. Okay.
He is 12th. So you got number 1 and number 12. We need the others in between. Horford's 5th. At 39.
I'm just going to bring up teams. I'm not going to cheat here. Just because I want to get this, or I want to get as many as I can.
So you got LeBron, Horford,
Lillard?
And, nope.
Okay.
And Durant.
Not Embiid. James Johnson?
No. Maybe is he not signed? So
maybe. Okay. Yeah. Give me a couple more seconds here. Let me see if anybody pops. Oh, Steph?
Steph?
Is Draymond on there?
No.
Okay. Harden?
No, he just missed.
Okay.
Nope. So Westbrook's 13th. I'll just rifle through here. 12th is Durant. 11, Kevin Love. 10, Brook Lopez. 9 is Steph. 8 is Mike Conley. 7, Joe Ingles. 6, Jeff Green. 5, Al Horford. Garrett Temple, still playing with the Raptors. Kyle Lowry is 3. Chris Paul.
Okay. Paul's the one I should have got.
And LeBron, number 1.
We'll get to what's on tap. By the way, Clippers Kings preseason Game 3 tonight, 7 p.m. Pre-game starts at, I think, 6 right here on Sactown Sports. Also, Whitey and Watkins this afternoon. Blue Jays Mariners as well. Game 3 of that back in Seattle. Mark, you're on with Jason Ross and Carmichael Dave. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Just kind of confused. I mean, the sustainable success, just doesn't seem to correlate to this kind of signing. I just feel like it's Vivek's fingerprint on all this, and as a fan, it's just it's depressing. There's like no hope. I mean, you got defensive players, young defensive players in your backcourt, and you kind of go all in on another kind of offensive. I don't even know. It's just like a name. At some point, as a fan, I just want to force this owner to sell the team. I mean, that's what I feel like. I'm just irritated. Like I have to be forced to live in. Well, I don't have to force to live in Sacramento, but I have to, as a person who lives in Sacramento, it's like your home team, and you want to root for something. And right now, I'm angry at this team. I literally want to have a sign out front to just says, "Please, just sell this team," so somebody with some kind of vision will come in and give us a young, exciting team that we can hope for. Right now, we're hoping for a play-in with a bunch of 35-year-olds. I mean, this is like idiotic. Like I'm just pissed off, honestly. So that's my take.
Would it make you feel any better if Sun City just announced a jersey patch?
What was that?
Because they're so old. They're so old. Sun City's gonna. I'm trying, Mark. I'm sorry.
I don't think that made him feel better.
He laughed. He laughed.
Yeah.
Yeah, la 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 la. I don't know, man. I don't want to be the guy. I don't want to be the guy right now. I will tell you this: my frustration and anger level 1.
Okay.
Well, because at this point, I'm like,
What does your ring say?
I'll tell. Ooh, let's see. Hold on. What is my? Let's.
Your heartbeat went up and your
let's see.
Stress level.
let me take a. It's gonna get bad. Let me take a heart rate thing here. I will tell you honestly, my I've used it before, and this seems to be a really good analogy.
I don't know. You had a killer one earlier today.
97. It's not bad.
Stayed in the range.
I'm Rene Russo in Tin Cup. I am truly Rene Russo in Tin Cup. I am at the end when he has just launched 8 balls in the water, and she just starts laughing and just says, "Screw it, go for it." He's got 1 ball left. You know what? Go for it. Because what would be the source of my anger that Russ Westbrook is going to prevent this team from making? I want this team to rebuild. I want this team to get a good lottery pick. If I didn't know any better, if somebody were to tell me, and they haven't, by the way, to be clear, but if someone were to tell me off the record, like if Scott Perry were to come to me and grab me on the shoulder and say, "Hey, look, stupid, I'm trying to rebuild this team. What do you think these moves are? Like, what, you think I'm going for a title here? These are all moves designed we're not going to win a lot of games." I can't come out and say that. I'm trying to trade these guys. Right. I went on that podcast, for God's sake, and talked about Zach Lavine. Like, what do you want from me? I can't come out and say these things, but look at my moves. I brought in Dennis Schroeder and Russ Westbrook. I haven't filled the 4. And then our guy who plays the 4 got hurt. And then after the guy who plays the 4 got hurt, and we're thinking of starting Freddie McGibbleholter at the 4, I went out and grabbed a 36-year-old Russell Westbrook. Like, what do you think I'm doing here? Like, then if I look at it at the guise of, well, this Russ Westbrook doesn't really help us get better, then of course I'd be upset. Hold on, let me see here. Okay. Sorry. Just. Okay. Thank you. Okay. I don't know what the details are on the contract, but I can tell you, I've been told it is a 1-year deal. It is a 1-year deal. I don't have the money, but it is a 1-year contract. We know that. I also don't want. Look, I understand where people are coming from. I don't. I don't want. I understand where people are like, "Hey, this must be Vivek." I get it, but we don't know that. I don't know. I can't go there right now. I will say I'm not a huge fan of Russell Westbrook taking any the part that really bothers me Why do I want Russell Westbrook taking time from Keon Ellis? Why do I want Russell Westbrook taking time from Devin Carter or Malik Monk or hell, even Nate Clifford at times? Like, why? Not that they necessarily play the exact same spot.
Yeah.
But I don't think Russ is going to be, I think we're going to see Russ and Dennis on the floor at times together. I think we would probably, between Dennis and Russ, that's X amount of minutes a game. Now, if they only played the one, fine. But then the only other conclusion is that Zach Lavine and DeMar DeRozan are going to take minutes from those guys. And for me, I don't need to see any minutes from DeRozan or Lavine or Westbrook or Schroeder as far as, like, none of those players factor into our future, right? Like, they don't factor into our future.
Yeah, yes, factual.
Right.
But, again, future is, I know what you're saying, but, again, Dave, I think we could go to just about any team, a lot of teams, I shouldn't say that way, and go, what's the future? Let's go to almost every roster 3 years ago.
Yeah.
The turnover is so fast, but you need to identify people that are going to be a part. And we can say, I mean, look, Westbrook won't be here a long time, DeRozan,
right,
those guys. But, yeah, it's a mean to an end. And honestly, I said this the other day, I did not like point guard play on this roster. I think they have people that can play the position. Yeah. I don't know that I would have done the Russ move, but I understand it to some point. But it's also, where is this team going? Yeah.
I mean, does it bother you at all he's been on 6 teams in 6 years?
It's a little bit of an issue, it's seemingly to me. I mean, because I think he was good for Denver. People, like, he helped them.
Yeah.
And they're a team that's still trying to be in that championship window.
Right.
And they didn't bring him back.
I'll end the segment like this because I already see some new people have come in. We got a lot of people tuned in right now, and the people have been here and are here every day understand this. And, like, I've got a couple of people like, well, what are you going to say that to Westbrook when he comes on? Let me be really clear. We have Westbrook, we have Lavine, we have DeRozan, we have them on. I see. I'm going to be kind and respectful and welcome them to Sacramento and talk to. What do you think I'm going to do? And maybe we should put this in the show open. None of my criticisms, and I say this all the freaking time, Jason, you got to be tired of this. You hear it every single time I say it. None of my criticisms have to do with any of them as a player, as a person, as I'm not saying Russell Westbrook sucks and is terrible, and none of that. It's only about money and fit and minutes and direction. I wish Russ nothing. Of course, he put on that jersey. I'm going to ride or die for you. I wish him nothing but the best. I don't necessarily think, not only do I not think it moves the needle, I think if anything it moves it the other way, but that has nothing to do with Russ. And of course I'd be respectful and I'm going to root for him.
Well, because I think if people are just joining us, like I said, like if Russ, if DeRozan, if Lavine, let's go the other way, Dave. Like you said, great, they're awesome, they're incredible, they have great years. The ceiling probably isn't very high, and I think that's where the frustration might be. We're giving him the benefit of having amazing years. I don't know where this team would go, even if it's on the best of best terms.
Sam Amick reporting that it's a minimum deal.
Okay.
For Russell Westbrook. Well, that is as good an answer. Hey, full credit there, because people were talking about the full MLE and all that. Guess what? That should mean they still have the full MLE to work with. Is there a power forward? Does anybody
there
have
is not.
Anyone anywhere have a power forward? Please. Have we looked at Panathinaikos, AC Milan? Crosstalk with Alan Styles and Celebrity Birthdays next.
The San Francisco 49ers play on Sactown Sports 1140.
Touchdown 49ers! Every game on your #1 sports station. Don't miss the action on your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I got to tell you, I am so excited to get this decking project started with Trex Decking and Railings. From the first time I stepped foot in the showroom last week, I was so impressed. So many color options. Heat-resistant composite deck. What does that mean? That means I don't have to do any maintenance on it whatsoever. They even have a deck designer, so you can go online and see what your dream deck will look like on your house. Just visit Trex, that's TREX.com to get it started. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Everybody knows that Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is the spot to get yourself a brand new car. That's why people are coming from all over. Folsom, Elk Grove, Woodland, Roseville. But they also have the best selection of pre-owned vehicles. All makes and models, every one of them top quality, hand-selected by General Manager Chuck Dean. Over 70 vehicles below $30,000, over 25 below $20,000. You can see that full lineup at SackSuperstore.com, and if you find a lower price somewhere else, they'll match it. And on top of that, the best car buying experience anywhere. Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Go from daydreamer to industry leader with Amazon Business. From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at AmazonBusiness.com.
Remember when they used to ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? At Bank of America, we ask every day, what would you like the power to do? When you work here, you help build businesses, inspire communities, and forge legacies. And now we've raised our U.S. minimum wage to $25 an hour. So the opportunity to do more also comes with competitive pay. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/25. Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave here, talking to you about my good friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Now, they are upgrading their offerings to you to include plumbing, bringing that same expertise and experience into the plumbing space. They're no longer just heat and air. They're now your American Energy Home Pros. You've heard me talk about them for years as your second opinion partner. Now you can still get a second opinion on any HVAC service or replacement, but now you can also get a second opinion on any of your plumbing services. And when you really think about it, how do we know how much it's supposed to cost? At the very least, you'll know you're in the ballpark, and I can all but guarantee you they'll beat the price. They'll come out for free. They'll give you a second opinion. And all you got to do is give them a call, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable.
Sacramento. Buckle up. Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet is dropping one day of insane Milwaukee deals on Saturday, October 18th. Bare tools, batteries, and kits at insanely low prices. All Milwaukee hand tools, tool accessories, and Milwaukee pack-out boxes will be 20% off. Spend $100 and you'll get a lotto ticket for up to $1,000 off your next order. Again, that's one day only. October 18th at Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet, 6701 Power Inn Road. For more info, visit fastenersinc.net. Fasteners Inc. Better tools, better prices.
Coverage varies by plan, view contracts and exclusions at EnduranceWarranty.com.
This is an announcement to all United States vehicle owners who own a 2003 or newer vehicle with a manufacturer's warranty about to expire or no warranty coverage at all. With a struggling economy and the cost of living on the rise, Endurance is now offering an affordable, low-cost vehicle coverage plan to the general public. As of today, you could be one of millions of drivers that now may qualify to have your vehicle protected under this coverage and have all future covered auto repairs paid directly to the repair shop for you. You pick your plan. You pick your deductible. You even pick the repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental coverage is included. Get your vehicle protected now and save your wallet from costly vehicle repairs. A toll-free number has been established for you to call for your free 5-minute quote and to see if you qualify. The number to call is 800-292-0975. 800-292-0975. Again, that's 800-292-0975.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things. And now, here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Yep. Man, Alan's so hyped up, he's still talking. He's talking.
He's nonstop. He's ready.
Well, I know that there's one person here in Sacramento that is incredibly excited about this news. Alan, we're kind of matching today.
We are. It's just, we're matching. The energy's right. It's just great. It's great.
Energy.
It's great energy. American Energy Home Pros. List for me the things that are great about it.
You know, number one, I think there is a level of just respect and star power, bringing somebody like Russell Westbrook to Sacramento.
How many wins does that translate to, in your opinion?
Oh, probably not a ton. I mean, I would probably say, and we have the numbers that we're going to run, and it's a Westbrook extravaganza coming up from 10 to 2. We have a lot of guests. I still have texts that are coming in, so I might have to cut you guys off as I'm talking here, trying to get these texts responded to.
Ducks in a row.
But yeah, the Ducks they're rowing, and they're very much in a row.
Sorry, by the way, Sam Amick tomorrow at 8 a.m. who
beautiful.
reported the contract news, so we'll have him on.
This is what I'm talking about, guys. Everyone is just doing what we're supposed to do. But to your point, Dave, it might be 3 to 5 wins, but those 3 to 5 wins, that's what dreams are made of. I mean, we're talking about a 34.5.
You think Russell Westbrook adds 3 to 5 wins?
I believe so. Now, what can he take away? Now, I guess if you're doing a net positive, negative. By the way, we're going to talk to Ryan Blackburn of Mile High Sports. He's going to talk about Westbrook's time in Denver. That's coming up at 1 o'clock. But we have so much before we even get there. Brendan Nunez is going to be fresh from practice, fresh from shoot around. He's going to come straight to the studio. Hopefully he doesn't take Highway 50 because he's always late when he does that. So it's just an outstanding Wednesday to get through the rest of your week.
50 to get here.
Brendan's always lost, man.
160.
That's what I know. I told him to use Waze. He doesn't pay attention.
You're hyped, dude.
Yeah, it's time to go.
This
is
good.
Go. Guys, hold on now. No, hold on now.
Hey, youth, am I right?
Yeah. No, hold on now. We made it. We made it through the summer.
Mm-hmm.
The season's about to start. They don't have any losses yet.
Nope, they are undefeated.
They're bringing in that's 2, possibly 3 Hall of Famers with Domantas Sabonis, Doug Christie, everyone's favorite, Dave, your guy, Jason, your guy, my future guy. He walks around this here building. I mean, this is a day. This is a day that we're talking about. Scott Perry is somewhere talking about being prudent. This is outstanding. I'm
also here for all the Westbrook truthers that are now Kings fans.
Oh, they're crazy.
They are insane.
Ask Kyle when that first dropped and I said he might come off the bench. Yeah, I was kind of scared for my life on X, on Twitter. They don't mess around. But hey, we'll see. We're all on the same team now,
go ahead.
No,
speaking of Twitter, so far we have Sun City and Eschaton as possible jersey patch sponsors. Trying to see who else we can get in there. Obviously, Metamucil's not that creative. Egg salad sandwiches.
That's a you thing, Dave.
It is.
Yeah, they don't think tuna fish and egg salad sandwiches are old people food. Agree? Disagree?
I don't mess with eggs like that, but I mess with tuna.
Yeah.
I like tuna. But you know who would always make it for me? My grandma.
Right.
But I don't know what that does for me. You're saying it's not? Or
no, I think it's old people food. I think old people eat egg salad sandwiches and tuna fish.
Egg salad I will give you.
Yeah.
I think tuna fish sandwich, I think a lot of people get that.
Here's my problem with tuna fish, honestly. Cat food. It just
that's
feels
a you
like
problem.
It looks and tastes and smells like cat food to me.
It's not if you do it right.
Exactly.
Anyways, Alan, we're talking about Russell Westbrook. Don't get off track. Okay. All right. Well,
guys,
they've got their they got their 2 vet men. And honestly, if I will say something positive about this. We have been talking about their lack of depth at the 1, 2, 3. This adds a little bit of balance to that.
See.
What?
I know. We know what you're doing.
What?
We know what you're doing.
Can he play 4?
Look, I'm just a very.
Can he play the 4?
I'm a very, I guess, a tiny victories person when it comes to the Kings right now.
Got that right.
And I'm.
Oh Jesus!
Like, it doesn't even hurt me. I'm in such a good mood. Doesn't even hurt me. I'm in a great mood.
With that at all, and I think you should go to HR.
Look, man, we can all boo-hoo and say whatever we want. The bottom line is another Hall of Famer's coming. Those jerseys are going to go crazy. They're going to fly off the shelves.
Craftmatic adjustable beds. That's
what number is he going to be?
We're still on the way. As long as it doesn't mess up the possible tankathon, right? And we're on our way to getting the good boozer twin. We're okay.
You know after this, how I think the Kings are going to do this year?
How?
Depends.
Because they're old?
3 people. 3 people got that. Celebrity birthdays brought to you by Crumble Cookies. Hey.
Jason did it.
After you've pounded an egg salad sandwich and followed that up with a tuna fish sandwich and Jeopardy's coming on. No better thing to do.
And a Werther's.
I do. And have some of them Werther's hard candies. Nothing says family and friends and all that stuff more than Crumble Cookies. Yum, yum. Crumble Cookies. Mmm.
I do find it hard to pay for a tuna fish sandwich, though.
Yeah, no, thank you.
That's easy. Make it at home.
Yeah. I'm not paying for
homemade. Yeah,
it's
don't
overpriced.
trust other tuna fish.
No.
Where he's going to live?
Mike can't.
That's a great question. Where is Russ Westbrook going to live?
West Sac.
Hopefully in the toe.
West Sac? That's how. Now I'm going to go Granite Bay.
Is that going to be his nickname?
The Toe?
No. Is that going to be Westbrook's nickname?
Old Sack?
Wet Sack.
Where's my phone? Oh, I got a text. Go ahead, Jason.
Oh, who was it? Who was it? Read it live on the air.
How do you know?
Yeah, who was it?
Oh.
I'm going to laugh as his wife saying pick up ointment on the
Russ?
way home. It's
Yeah.
Russ.
Oh, we got some
Russ.
We got a probably.
Uh-oh. Oh, we got a probably.
We got a probably, but not sure what time would work, though, from the one, the only, Sean Cunningham.
Yeah.
He got me. He got me. He got me. Go ahead.
On this date,
We are about to be very upset with you.
Seriously upset with him.
in what year did the movie Rudy come out?
Let's see. That was post Goonies, pre Lord of the Rings. Sean Astin.
I know you like Harry Potter.
You like 1989. 1989. Sorry. Shout out Chuck D.
89?
Yeah.
Do you remember what movie it is?
Rudy.
Yeah, okay.
I got a photographic memory.
Oh, yeah, you do.
I don't know how that would apply here, though. 88.
I'm going to go with another song. 1993.
All right, we have a correct answer, and it goes to Christopher Law, 1993. You guys are in the wrong
You
decade.
shouldn't even be allowed to play this.
All right, this one might challenge him. All right, on this date, in what year was the group Metallica formed?
1926.
I think I'm going to be off by one. I'm going to say 80. You know what? 1980.
Man, I'm going to be off by 2. 82.
81.
Yeah, I think it's
We have
80
a
or
correct
81.
answer.
It's 80 or 81.
Goes to Christopher Law, 1981. All right.
You know,
this-
Hulk Hogan tried to be the bassist of Metallica.
Oh, your guy Hulk Hogan.
This was before everybody's time here but mine, so we'll see how you do. I Love Lucy.
It's Dave's, too.
You
Trust me.
do? You love her?
What did you do? Did she, do this with her nose?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
I Love
that was
Lucy.
it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but right before she went back in.
She had superpowers.
Oh, wait, no, that's Genie?
Nope.
Nope.
No, it's not.
Close.
I Love Lucy. It really isn't. I Love Lucy is
Ricky.
Yeah.
She stopped time by going like this.
Yes.
Bewitched.
Was that Evie from Out of This World that you just referenced? Dude, I did not have that. What's next? Small Wonder takes? Had a crush on the Small Wonder kid. And by the way, I was younger than her, so everybody relax. I Love Lucy, 1955.
Yeah, that's a good one, Dave. I'm going to go 54.
53.
Chris is closest, 1951. Happy birthday to Emerald Lagasse.
Bam! Bam! Emerald Lagasse, 1954. By the way, Russ,
how old is he?
Oh. He is, I don't know. I'm not going to do the math, so let's say he is 68.
Assuming he had restaurants, has anybody been to one? Or did he just do cooking stuff?
Yeah, I don't know. By the way, Russ Westbrook was on I Love Lucy. I don't know if you, what?
Quickly.
No? Okay.
What did you say, 68?
Yes.
70.
Well, since Dave said 1954, I'm going to say 71.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Emerald Lagasse. Dave's closest, 66.
Thank you.
Do we have to end, Chris?
Oh, come on. One more.
Rashawn Holmes.
Oh, Rashawn Holmes is 31.
They're always younger, 28.
What?
33.
Tie between Dave and Chris, 32.
No idea what he's going to talk about, but is Alan Stiles a fan of this signing? Does he think the Kings are going to make